right, recording started. So, last time, wait, we got everybody, right? Yeah, okay. So last time, you guys, so it's been a long night in Gate Pass, frankly, and you guys have had you've started out meeting this woman at midnight. She's like, troubles inbound with the Sargavan army and the Scourge, and we need to get this case full of military secrets, and we need to get it out of the city. You and me, you guys are gonna help me get out of the city. You're all sort of part of the independent-minded citizens of Gate Pass. You don't want Sargavan leadership, but you don't really want Mwangi leadership either. I mean, you guys' opinion, they're both sides of the same coin. One is neither better or worse than the other, although there's some that could say that the Sargavans are demonstrably worse. But both sides have wanted to control Gate Pass for a long time and have not been able to. In the night, as you guys were trying to get here, an aerial bombardment of Gate Pass began. And so overflights of what must have been wyverns with alchemical bombs and things like that began flying over the canyon that is the city, ostensibly an artillery sort of softening up for ground troops that are on the way. You've also heard that there is a group of people, anti-arcane magic users, called the Scourge, who want to be let into the city so that they can purge Gate Pass of arcane magic users. Now, that said, there is a fairly large and substantially respected wizard school in this town, and so there's a fair amount of back and forth as to whether the Scourge should be allowed in. On one hand, you've got a bunch of Gate Pass hierarchy who want to let them in. They have sympathies with the Sargavans, and they don't like the wizard school at all, so they're like, yeah, oh yeah, come on in, Scourge. The other side is like, well, the Sargavans are bad, but you also have the Mwangi, who are allied with various groups of elves who are trying to sort of thwart those efforts. You guys are caught in the middle. So you've gone from the depository, where it turned out there was an elvish, not doppelganger, but somebody pretending to be somebody else, so that they could get the case. They did manage to get it and pass it off. You interrogated that guy. I can't remember if you killed. I don't think you killed him. Isn't he the guy that you're dragging along with you? The guy who was pretending to be?
Yeah, we still have him.
You still have him. Okay, so you're dragging along. That's this guy right here, right?
Yeah,
I think it is. So basically, he's like, look, I'll take you to get the case in exchange for my, freedom and you letting me live and that kind of stuff. Which you guys sort of
watching him. Are you? Looks like you're kind of letting him go, Andrew.
No, he's. I've still got a cord.
Oh, you got him
attached to his gentleman parts, and he's still hogtied mostly.
Just gentleman parts. So you guys got him. He's sort of waiting outside while you guys in it. So he said, look, I'll take you to where the meeting place was supposed to be. And so he takes you, and as you're heading to this sort of like...
So I listened to the replay. So okay. I think the video now has 2 views.
Okay, great. Perfect.
So
it's double what we had before.
We never bothered to ask him what else he was looking for back at... Count Chocula's castle.
We got
back at the depository.
Yes.
Didn't he tell us when he tried to get us into that lock?
Yeah, he wanted us to get somebody to open up those other safe deposit boxes.
Right.
We never asked him what he was looking for.
That is correct.
I don't remember telling you guys what he was looking for.
You didn't. Because you play it close to the vest.
I'm not going to tell you now. Unless you ask him. Then maybe I will tell you.
Tell us, Les.
No way.
No, never. Well, maybe. So you guys were headed to like this little place. It was like a courtyard or some sort of town square, small town square area where the elves that Larion had handed the case off to were going to meet either Shayless or more likely representatives of Shayless to hand off the case. As you guys were approaching that, you saw a bunch of guys that you later identified as a company called the White Wyrm mercenaries. They're known to be around town as being, I mean, they're sell swords and mercenaries, but they're known to be sort of thuggish and just not high quality. Hustling two elves, which Larion identified as being his two guys, hustling them into this warehouse. And so you guys decided to go check out the warehouse. Well, peering in, you found a couple of things. One, there's a fair amount of people in there, and two, you think possibly that the elves with the case still had the case when they were captured by these guys and they were brought in here. You don't know for sure, but you decided to go in and take out these guys. Well, when you did, you went in there, you found out that not only was there a bunch of thuggish guards, which are still happening, but there was also a mage and a pseudo dragon. Now the mage has fallen thanks to Ono putting, as I recall from my review of the video, a kick to the face, which resulted in what we refer to as toe brain.
No, it's not a kick to the face. It's boot to the head.
A boot to the head.
That's a very specific phrase.
I just want to be very clear. I softened him up for Ono, so I get the assist. I don't know if you have
all right.
I gave him 1 point of damage from a magic missile.
Perfect. I thought it was 3 and he had 1 point left.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's it.
I think we had 4 left and you hit him with a magic missile for 3 points. He had 1 point left.
Which hurts even more.
Which allowed Ono to go over there, boot to the face, and put him down.
Ono's been riding my coattails since way too long.
I know. And I think it's time that you settled the score with that monk.
Yeah.
But you guys have had a long night. In the last probably 4 or 5 hours, you guys have been to the depository. You've been, past the safe house. You've rescued a woman from a downed wyvern rider. You've what else have you guys done? Now you're in a warehouse. It's about 5 a.m. You guys are getting tired. There's been a lot of fighting. The city is in chaos. You're probably going to need to rest pretty soon. But the business at hand is figuring out what's going on in this warehouse. So we stopped last time in the middle of battle. It was Vondrum's turn next. Quit moving, Vondrum. And before we get started, any questions or anything that anybody needs clarified?
Yes. Hey, bad dude, whose gentleman parts are held by me.
You're going to pause here and say, let's finish the interrogation.
What were you looking for? What are in those safe deposit boxes?
I'm imagining this is like there's a combat, there's people flying all over, screams, yells, people getting killed. And what Titus kind of turns around and goes,
wait a minute.
Excuse me, Larion, I had a quick question that I just thought of.
That's exactly how I would have phrased it.
So you ask him, what were you looking for at the depository before we left? That was in addition to the case?
Yeah.
He kind of smiles a little bit and he's like, he goes, it's not every day that you get into a depository and have an opportunity to be in there without the guards. So I was just trying to see what I could get.
Okay.
It's like surely you understand the attraction. Basically, yeah, he was trying to rob the place. For whatever else he could get. Why, he already got what he wanted. Why not steal some more if you're in there?
That makes sense.
But yeah, that's what he says. All right. Other questions?
What time of day is it, Les?
It's about 5 a.m. So you're about an hour before dawn. It's been a long night. You first met Torrent at midnight at the Poison Apple Pub, and things just went downhill from there. And you guys, the Sargavans have been carpet bombing Gate Pass for the last probably 3.5 hours. Now you do feel like that the artillery barrage is lightening up. But as far as what the results of it were, you just don't know. You have seen a fair amount of damage outside, though, as you've been moving your way through the city.
What's the thing coming up to Polearm, Les, this thing?
Oh, so that, yeah, that is
Going for great.
it's a pseudo dragon, and it is 20 feet up in the air, and it was going after Wraith, but it's 20 feet up in the warehouse, and it looks like it's getting ready to dive bomb Wraith.
Just checking one thing.
Okay.
All right. So Vondrum is ready. You ready? Are you ready?
It's up to I mean, any other questions? Anything else going on? All right, Vondrum, you're up.
Okay, Vondrum is going to cast lightning sand right
Okay.
here. Right, whoops. The
Right where?
pointer isn't pointing. Here we go. Right here. It's 10-foot radius.
Okay, let's get you.
I'm sorry, it's a 5-foot radius. I want to pick up this guy right here.
Okay.
And just catch him just on the edge. So I really want to be like right. It's not clicking. Is that alt to make it go exactly where you want it? Nope.
Yeah.
No, that didn't do it.
So it's a 5-foot radius. So
Yeah,
about
but I
like
wanted
that.
No.
That's
did I
fast.
move-
Oh, that's a 5-foot circle. Hold on. Sorry, I screwed that up. Sorry. One moment.
This is why we can't have nice things.
There you go. All right. So there's a 5-foot radius. You should be able to move that. Yeah. So you want to
So
put it
that'll
there?
create a smaller space for them to get around, and it should take this guy out if I get lucky.
Okay. So what's the name of the spell? Remind me?
Lightning sand.
Lightning.
You put it right there, then they have to walk through it, and it still gets that guy.
They can't. They can still go around. I believe. I think there's still room at the top.
There is still room at the. Oh, I see what he's saying. I mean, there's not a lot of room.
If you put it right there, then they have
it
to
there.
go through it, and it still gets that guy.
I
All
didn't
right,
think that Les would let me get away with that, so I didn't do it. Where'd it go? I had it pulled up, Les.
What are you kidding? I let you guys get away with everything.
That's supposed to be, yeah.
You do.
Especially later in the night after he's been drinking.
I'm literally the easiest DM on earth when it comes to this. All right, so you're going to put lightning sand right there. Lightning sand, I just pull it up. Very earth becomes shallow lightning sand or dry quicksand. They have to save or get entangled and then try to get out of it, which would require another save. All right, so what is the DC on that?
14.
14. All right, so the dex save, reflex save?
I gotta go back
Sounds
to
right.
that.
I believe it
Oh, I think
is.
yeah, it's a reflex. Saving throw reflex, yeah.
Okay.
And that's gonna last all of 1 minute.
Okay, there. Okay. All right, so he's gonna roll 8. Does that make it?
No.
Crap. All right, so he is entangled in this stuff, and entangled is a web. So he is entangled. So what? That means that he can't. I don't think he can move. He's entangled. Characters ensnared.
Muted,
I'm muted.
No, Jennifer.
I am.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I said it was like dry quicksand. He gets the entangled condition.
Yeah, so you move. An entangled creature moves at half, can't charge, -2 penalty on attacks, -4 penalty on dex, and must make a concentration check if he wants to cast a spell. So yeah, he is entangled. So you see him fall into this thing, and he's like, I'm trapped. What is that? He's got his spear down, trying to push himself out of the ground, that kind of thing. All right, so that was a standard action. You have a move action if you want to run over there and throw yourself into the lightning sand.
As great of an idea as that sounds.
No, I'm good right where I'm at. Thank you.
All right. Cool. You're going to stay right there?
Yep.
Excellent. All right, Wraith, you're up. The pseudo dragon is reaching the top of its arc, and you begin to see it sort of like wing out so that it's like beginning to fly towards you.
Okay, so as it wings out and makes an even better target of itself, I'm going to shoot.
All right, you're going to arrow up. Let's do that.
So
13 to hit. Pseudo dragon armor class is 16, so that is a miss.
it's 14, but it's still a miss
It's 14. Why is it 14?
because I'm within 30 feet of it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So you are within 30 feet, but still a miss. Do you want to move or anything like that?
Let's see. I have no idea how far this thing can fly, so
It is, at least from what you've seen, it is fast.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to move back to here.
Like a quail. Okay. All right. So 20 feet. It's going to come dive bombing down. So the distance to you is, whoops, I hit the wrong thing. So it is coming down at an angle. Why are you doing that to me? Stop it. All right. So it's coming down at an angle. So it's 21 feet to you about, and it's 20 feet up. So so it's going to be a little over 2020. So it's going to be what, about 30 feet down, much more easily what it can do. So it just comes screaming down at you, and it'll be well within its single action. So it's going to take an attack action, and it's going to try and sting you with its stinger. Ooh, natty 19.
Well,
That's
yeah,
a 23.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. All right, so it gets you with the stinger. So it's the stinger itself does not do a lot of damage. It's actually,
Yeah.
so it
You
only,
want you
well, it does max damage. So, oh, that's supposed to be a -1. Sorry, hold on. So roll for it. So 3 points of damage. But the problem here is the poison. I need a fortitude save. 8. That is not enough. You immediately start to feel this.
Hang on a second.
Okay.
I'm within 30 feet of Arendar.
Uh-huh.
So I can roll it again using his saving throw.
So roll again with an additional 2, so with a +5.
Oh, dang. Now, so does
Twins.
Arendar take the poison then for you?
No. We're
No.
just
Remember what Libby and I had? In
Yeah.
15C? So
Right.
that's-
And I hated that. So
and you hated that.
yeah. So we brought it back. Yeah, it's
Right.
the twin. It's the twin bond. If I'm within 30 feet, or if he's within 30 feet of me,
okay.
if we fail a saving throw, we can remake the saving throw using the other person's bonus.
Okay, well, you made it. So you did feel, so the stinger goes in and you felt this poison start to shoot in you, and then you feel like your twin brother just somehow managed to get rid of it. But you began to feel this sort of like strange lethargy start to take over your body. Your eyelids began to droop, and then you were like, I can't let my brother down. All right, but it is like flapping in front of you, and that stinger is kind of still just chopping around. So it is like right in front of you. Titus.
I noticed I don't have control of that guy that's I'm supposed to be lugging around, which is why
Okay.
he's standing all the way back there.
Well, we could fix that. Titus conundrum. All right, you should be able to move him now.
Okay. Come on, buddy. Let's snuggle. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything back the way it was before I had to update my OS.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. So,
So yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that guy that's laying face down in the grease trap, is that he's still got a full health thing?
Yeah, he's just in the grease. So he's trying to stand up. He tried to stand up last time and couldn't.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm thinking he might need a nap, so I may send a sleep his way.
Okay. Now this would be the second sleep that you've cast.
Oh,
So he's awake, but like these two get like this guy here and this guy here are all, and one of the elves too are all asleep. Now they have 7 more rounds to go on that.
got it. Okay.
I mean, you could cast another sleep spell if you want. Absolutely.
Just make sure.
No. So I'm going to thank you for pointing that out. I guess I missed that part in rewatching the video.
If you haven't reached the total number of first level spells you've got per day, then you can cast another one. But that number of first level spells per day for you is probably either 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got at least a sleep in there. I think you've cast a magic missile, right?
Yeah.
So you've used 2 of your allotment for today.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I need to move closer so that I can use some other spells that are requiring.
Like a touch.
Do you have a crossbow or something?
Yeah, I do.
That's something you could do. And
I don't feel like I'm within range of anything.
Well, I mean, cantrips are spammable. So if you have like chill touch or electric ray or that kind of stuff,
arcane, or yeah, those
acid splash is another one.
But
yeah, acid splash for low level is great because it does D3, which isn't a ton, but you can do them all day long.
You could do it, yeah. You could
right, which is why I figured I need to get closer to.
You got to be within 30 feet for that.
25, I believe.
Or was it 25? I thought it was 30.
I think so. All right, I will get within 25, and of course, I've got my Charlie McCarthy in front of me.
Okay, so you're pushing him in front of you, sort of human shielding.
Well, yeah, and I also practice ventriloquism. So
okay.
Hi, how are you?
The guys look.
And that's my move.
All right, you gonna do any spells or anything like that?
Oh, can I? Yeah, I'm gonna do.
You get a move action and a standard. So yeah, you still have a standard action left.
All right, let me. Why is it not flat? Let me do acid splash on. You won't go to sleep, huh? I'll show you.
All right. That's a ranged attack, correct?
Yep. Do you have a macro set up for that one?
I don't think so.
So it's whatever your dex is, whatever the plus is for that.
Yeah.
You just roll D20 and add that.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So getting used to this. So dex is all right. So plus dex. Okay.
So it's probably a +3 if I had to guess.
That's a good guess.
20. That 8. No, the acid goes flying off her and skitters to a stop in the grease. Hard to hit this guy because he's already down. Plus, you got Wiggly Larion in front of you, and he's just making it hard.
Damn Wiggly Larry.
Wiggly Larion. All right, so that's Titus. Now it's my turn, my guys. So one more sleep spell is taken away. These guys are coming around there. Whoops. They're coming around that corner pretty fast. How
visible is the lightning sand?
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they're getting to here. And I guess I'm going to have to make a perception check for them to even see, to be able to come to a stop. So I'm just going to roll a quick perception. For everyone.
You need a 37. You need a 37 to see that.
I need a 37.
Yeah, she's masterful with that sand.
All right, 8. One guy does 18, the other guy does 8. The first guy does 18, and the other guy does 8. I'm gonna. What's the DC on your spell at that level? What did we
14.
say?
14.
14. So at 18, he's gonna see it. He is gonna come to the stop. This guy is gonna keep going because he didn't see it. Hold on a second. He's gonna yell, "Bill, no!"
Push the first guy in, right?
No, he's gonna go around him and hit to here as he tries to go around the other guy who's stuck, and he's got to make a saving throw, and he does not make it. So he is now stuck in it, and this guy's like, "Bill, you idiot! What are you doing? There's obviously something wrong with the ground. They're going crazy. They're shooting spells all over the place." So he does that. Do I have any more of those guys? Oh, yeah. This guy is going to try once again to get up onto his feet. That is a Dex save against the DC of the. Who cast that grease, by the way? Was it Titus?
That would be Vondrum. It was Vondrum. It's a 15.
It's a 15. All right. So he's going to try and get up. Ooh, Nazi Twunzo. He gets on his feet. That's a standard action. And he is actually going to step out of this and sort of.
Is that an attack of opportunity for Ono with reach?
Does Ono have reach? I don't think he has reach.
I thought he had one of those pole type weapons.
I think he has to reach around.
He was using boot to the head, so.
Yeah, he's using boot to the head. So no, he doesn't have reach. But so yeah, I don't think anybody's in a position to do that. But he's also not in a position to attack anybody. So he's going to go to here, and he's caught between Ono and Titus. Sees that, and then so he's going to. Hey, buddy. He is going to. Where can he go that he can't get flanked? He's going to run over here and put his back to these and face Titus, but he's also got Ono in his peripherals. But he wanted to get back in there so that he can't get flanked. Arendar, you're up. That dragon just attacked your brother and stabbed him.
I'm going to yell to Ono, you got this. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's flanking, right?
Yep.
You kind of got that thing kind of half in, half out. So
yeah, I'll put it proper in a square there.
Okay. So this is gonna be +2 on the macro. That still
12 is a miss.
It's 14, but yeah, 14 still a miss.
Right, +2. Sorry, I'm enjoying my beef jerky. I apologize.
So
but yeah, still a miss. So this thing is very agile, and it's flying around, it's flapping, it's making a ruckus. It is definitely mad at Wraith, though.
Okay, I'm done.
Poe, what are you doing? Now you're over there. You see Arendar and Wraith are fighting some sort of little dragon guy. You see one guy he's covered in grease, and he kind of like plants. You got a bird's eye view of these. He's like planted in right against those things. And he's got a spear out. He's like, aha, now I've got you. But he's about to get hoisted by his own petard by Ono, I have a feeling. But regardless, and then you see up to the other side. There's a couple of guys that look like they're stuck in the floor somehow, and another guy behind them, sort of like trying to figure out how he's going to get over.
I've seen Vondrum do that spell already, so I know what's going on. What are they armed with? Those two guys that are stuck.
They have long spears and short swords.
Okay.
So they will have range if they get close enough. In fact, the one that's stuck is within range of Vondrum. He's been just stuck though.
Yeah, so I'm going to move to my reach.
Okay.
Which is 10 foot.
And you have a long spear too, right?
Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to use my one of my domain powers and use enlarge.
Okay. On
That
yourself?
way- Yeah.
Is
that
it like
way-
the spell?
No, it's one. I get it 6 times. I think 6 times. Let me see here. 7 times, and it basically lasts a round. So I have to activate it, but it only lasts for 7 rounds
Okay.
if I want it to, or less.
Oh,
than
7 rounds, like 7 rounds a day
Yeah.
total. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so let me enlarge. I should have done this. Sorry, I should have made this
I got it.
a large. So what's that gonna do? So my reach is gonna be 15 then, if it's normally 10?
15, and I believe your weapon damage goes up a notch too. So I think you do regularly do 2d6?
Yeah.
So now it would be 2d8.
Let me see.
Unless
Fine. Let me pull enlarge out from the spells, and I don't know what it is exactly.
all right. I can punch that up too.
Enlarge. Okay, there we
A
go.
large
Yeah.
person.
Wow, if only I can hit. Oh, so what? He's doesn't have dex, right? Is he got any other?
He's lost -4 to his dex.
You
Okay.
can do it. You can do it.
I hope so, because I've only got +1 normally. So I'm going to try to hit him.
14 will hit.
All right. Awesome. 3d6 plus 3.
Actually, that's their normal AC. Ooh,
Whoa.
geez Louise, 15 points of damage. Now, was it this one here?
Yep.
Okay, so
That's a
15
first level character. Wow, that's awesome.
15 points of damage, boom, and you just and you just nail him, and he's looking at you like, holy shit, and really, he tries to sort of like zig out of the way, but his feet are stuck and he's entangled, and he just can't get out of the way of the strike. Barely puts up any defense. But you just give him a good stab, and you hear him yelling, and there's blood pouring out of him. It's pretty gross. And that it for you?
Yep. That's all.
Okay. Oh no. Now's the time to really shine. You've already stolen one kill from Titus. Now's the time to steal another.
You bastard.
Oh.
Oh no, is what Orin is saying.
Let's see. All right, hang on. Let me get there. All right. Hold on, buddy. All right. Let's see. Can I run up behind this guy and do a flurry of blows?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot step. So yeah, you can.
Great. Here we go. Here it comes. Here comes trouble.
Flurry of blows. First attack, 18. Second
Nice.
attack, a potential crit. You got to confirm that bad boy.
Okay, here it comes. Hold on.
Oh wait,
And-
does it auto crit? Does it auto confirm the crits? Is that what that says? Like there's a 9 there, or do you get another roll?
I do not know.
That doesn't look right. So go ahead and let's see if you can confirm that crit. Give us another roll. 12 is no, it's fine. So it is an unconfirmed crit, but you do get exploding dice. So I don't think you got any maxes. So yeah, you didn't. So total of what is that? 15 points. Am I reading that right?
I think so.
15 points. All right. So you come up and just start pounding this dude, just like boom, boom, boom in the face. And Titus is just like, that's brutal. But yeah, he's just, his head is snapping back. He can't bring his spear to bear. He is unhappy that you're pounding him. The problem is you're also getting grease on you. So he's covered in grease.
That's okay. I'm gonna try to stay real close to him so that he cannot easily bring his spear to bear.
Okay, sounds good. All right, it's his. It's their turn now. So those two guys are still asleep, and then you have the one guy who just got stabbed by polearm. He can still attack, even though the entangled condition is going to give him a -2 on all attack rolls. So he's going to take a -2 on that. But
Les, don't you have your guys twice in the lineup?
I have 2 different sets of guys. So I
But
have
didn't the guy by Ono just move though?
no, not this guy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
So I have 2 sets of guys: horizontal
gotcha.
spears and vertical spears.
I gotcha.
The horizontal spears have gone. Now it's the vertical spears time. The problem is 2 of the vertical spears are asleep thanks to Titus. So that's not helping me. So this is the only vertical spear guy currently in action.
Okay.
He's stuck, and he's going to he's not happy about getting stabbed by polearm, but he realizes pretty quickly that he can't attack him. So he's going to attack Vondrum because he knows that Vondrum is the one who stuck him here and got him
He's
hurt.
not going to try to get out. Okay, go for it.
I guess he can get out.
I mean,
Would that provoke? That would
would
provoke.
that provoke?
That would almost certainly. All right, so entangle. Oh well, as a move action, so that would provoke. Boy, that's a tough one. I think he's going to attack first and then try to get out.
Okay.
So his spear is going to try and stab you, and that is +3, 16 to hit.
16.
Oh wait,
hit.
never mind. Make that 14.
Oh yeah, because he's entangled, right?
He's entangled. Yeah.
Cool. No, miss.
All right, so he is going to try an escape artist out of there, or dex save out of there. Let me check it. Let me check his thing and see if he has any escape artist that's any good. It's worth dealing with.
Isn't it just half move us? Can he just do it?
No, he's entangled. He has to like bust out of there. I think.
I thought it was half move is what you read, I thought.
No, you got to try and break free as a move action.
Half is only if you actually break the reflex. You need
Gotcha.
reflex.
Yeah, to get through there. So it's like web almost. All right, so he is going to try a deck save to get out. He does not have escape. So here we go. 16.
It's a 14 DC.
All right, that gets him out. So I am going to take the.
Doesn't he lose his dex though? His dex bonus, or did you? I thought he was.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So
So-
that will be a 14.
Which is
Which is
exactly the
Okay, so he is loose. He's pulled himself loose. I gotta put the thing on the other guy though. Hold on a second. He is stuck. So he has pulled himself loose. He is still very wary of Polearm though. So he looks like maybe he's moving away from you guys, or will be moving away from you guys. It's also the easiest escape route too. So, but it is Vondrum's turn.
Okay, Vonrum's going to attempt to hit him with his Elven Spear.
Okay. Ooh, that's a hit.
And the damage is...
He's got 6 points. He's still up. But he's close. He gets another spear attack to the abdomen. That hurts. Ooh, stop with those spears. That's really hurting me. Are you going to move at all?
Nope.
Just staying right there. All right. Wrath. This beast is trying to stick you again with that thing. It got you really deep with the first attack, and but you're not sure if it's venomous. It looks like a little scorpion tail on it. So I mean, it looks like this,
Yeah.
and it's got that little scorpion tail looking thing on it. So it's trying to stab you again, but it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use acrobatics
Okay.
to try to move
Get past him.
to here. Yeah.
Okay. You have to get past his CMD, correct?
23.
Not a problem. You can go anywhere you want.
And then I'm going to try to shoot him with the bow.
All right, so you're going to scoot down there.
23
And
to hit.
23 is a hit.
9 to damage because I'm
Matt?
within 30 feet.
9 to damage. That's max damage. That's good, but not good enough to kill it. Although the arrow takes him in the wing, and you see him sort of flopping around and squeaking and squawking and making a thing as it tries to wheel and follow you.
Bummer. I was trying to stick him to one of those crates behind him.
It went all the way through. His wings are sort of like bat wings, kind of. They're membranous rather than feathered. So, but it is his turn. So he is going to take the 5 foot and attack you again. This time a full attack, which is a bite and a sting, and they are both at +4. So let's do that. So first the bite,
Nope.
miss, then the sting. 16.
Nope.
Ooh, so 2 misses as it's trying to get you. Titus, you're up. Ono just punched the bejesus out of that guy that got out of the grease.
All right, so I'm just going to suggest to, I don't know what his friend is, but that he stand in front of me and use whatever ability he has to take care of Senior Horizontal Spear.
Well,
Just a
he's
suggestion.
like, untie my hands and I'll help.
That would
And also-
take a move.
And also take the string off my gentleman parts. I can't fight like this.
All right, then you'll just have to stand in front of me.
All right, so you sort of like move him around to here. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, sure, if he wants to sit on that guy, that's fine.
Where did so you should go ahead and move him to where you want him moved to.
Right there.
All right, so you push him sort of in the middle there. Okay, and he's like "Whoop, whoop," trying to keep away from that guy's spear as he's like flailing about after getting the bejesus punched out of him by Ono.
Pretty much.
All right, you gonna do anything else? I'm gonna count that as a move action. You still have a standard action. You can cast a spell or yell at somebody or leave the building, or there's a lot of
Let's
options.
see.
here.
Do
I'm
acid
trying to
splash again.
figure out if I can hit that guy with a magic missile. That guy.
Acid
You
splash,
cannot hit that guy because he's on the other side of the boxes.
you can't see him.
I can't see him. Okay. I'll do.
You can see Polearm. You can shoot him with a magic missile.
Oh well, shit. Yeah. Let's do that. I'll hit this guy with acid splash.
All right.
So let's. Oh,
Natty Onezo. Let's do
Roll again.
Gotta get the fumble chart out. Oh yeah.
Roll again.
Roll
You
again
gotta
to see if you hit
confirm
him.
it.
Gotta
Oh,
confirm
no,
it.
gets a free facial.
I'm prepping the fumble just in case because I'm feeling it.
Just bounced an acid orb off that thief's head. Here, stand here. Oops.
16, unconfirmed fumble. So the acid just goes spraying backwards. So I'm kind of imagining like you've got the Larion by the shoulder and you're just sort of putting your hand over his shoulder and just like, full on human shielding this guy. The acid, however, Larion joggles or something like that, and the acid splash hits the crate, and you can see like that whitish acid smoke come up off of the wood that looks scorched now and that kind of thing. And the other guy looks over at me and he's like, huh? And he looks over at you and he's trying to, get his spear out of the way. These guys are too tough for me.
And I say, surrender now, or that will be your fate.
Surrender, Dorothy. All right, it's their turn. It's Horizontal's turn. So Horizontal is going to, he can't bring his thing to bear.
He can't move either.
They can't move either. So he is going to drop his long spear and draw his short sword as a move action. And then as a standard action, he's going to take a swipe at Ono with that short sword. And that roll is a 20. Does 20 hit you, Ono?
Nope, misses by
No,
one.
it does not hit him. That's a miss. Okay, so that's going to be it for him. This guy is going to try and extract himself from the lightning sand. Ooh, natural 20. So he is going to extract himself, and he is going to then move to here, which will provoke from polearm if you want to take it. You don't have to, though. You don't have to if you don't want to. Certainly don't have to take that if you don't want to. Is that you saying that you don't want to take the attack of opportunity?
No,
Okay.
the opposite of that.
That's a hit. Damn.
Okay. 14.
Holy shit stacks. Okay, 14 points of damage. You're cutting my guys to ribbons. All right, so he's there, but he's going to be in striking range. He can't strike this round because he's moved, but he will strike next time. This guy is like, the fuck do I do now? He is going to head backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Titus and Ono, and no, Titus and Ono, give me a perception check.
Okay. I have to look that up.
Ono, 17. Excellent, excellent.
Damn it. Okay, here we go.
Roll 11, not so much. All right, so Ono, you're dodging out of the way of this guy's.
I think I need to reload.
Okay, go ahead. I would.
would.
Short sword. So Ono, you're dodging out of the way of this guy's short sword, and you have to look over to the side through this area over. Whoops, through this area over in here. And as you do, you just catch out of the corner of your eye this guy here. Shit. This guy here running southward, and he just sort of like whoop 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 whoop. He's hauling down towards the south.
Got it. Okay.
And he just sort of run past your field of view. You're not sure where he came from, but he's certainly hauling ass. Arendar. All right. So Wraith ruined the flanking that you had before, but now you can take a 5
he
and
didn't.
still get into flanking. He's
Oh, he
kind of
didn't.
dead, yeah.
He's still got flanking.
Of the twins, it's becoming increasingly obvious that Wraith is the selfish one.
No, look, this is still flanking. It goes through a corner of the creature.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, I don't like that though.
Oh, but that's true, and that's the way it works.
So
That's
plus
what I
two-
say, Oren.
Plus 2
All
to
right,
this.
plus 2. All right. Ooh, 20 is a hit. 12 points of damage with the Falcata. Well, it had 6 left from the brutal hit that you gave it last time. So he just comes up behind and knocks it out of the ground. It hits. It's almost like he baseball batted it out of the sky. It smacks into the ground with a splat. And did you hit it?
And then I yell, "Bad dragon!"
Bad dragon. Don's not here, so we don't do the slapping anymore.
Right.
Now, was Wraith the only other person to hit that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Okay, so that is an Arendar Wyrm, unless I missed my. Is that right? Am I got that correct?
I think that's correct.
That is an Arendar Wyrm. Excellent. First Wyrm of the night, and the pseudo dragon goes down. Arendar, you can still. Oh, you moved 5 feet, didn't you?
No,
Okay.
I did a 5-foot step.
Polearm. You got two guys. You got one guy you can maybe put down permanently, but you got another guy coming around who looks like he's looking to attack you beyond all reason at this point. Ooh, whatever that was, it was a miss.
Yep, that's what it was. A miss.
Okay, who are you trying to attack? A guy still in the
The guy that hit me.
Oh, the guy you hit, like that guy you pegged last time.
Yep, or the guy that
Okay.
hit us. Yeah.
Gotcha. You gonna move or anything? You jump on that yellow circle right there. I think that's a safe space.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess I'll try to block him. I'll back up a little bit. And
Okay. Yeah, that would block his way through there, certainly. He wouldn't be able to get past you without an acrobatics check. But I don't know that he looks like he wants to get past you at this point. I think he wants to. He looks like he wants to attack you.
he's gonna have to get an attack of opportunity again if he does. So that's good.
No, we'll 5-foot step.
Oh.
Will not provoke.
Well, then I didn't back up enough today.
Oh, you're gonna back up some more?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Now that will cause him to provoke. All right. Oh no.
All right. Let me get caught up here. All right. That guy who I hit previously.
Yep. The guy you just punched out.
I'm gonna hit him again. Same thing. 30 blows. Here it comes. And
Okay. 18 will hit. 15 will hit. So those both hit max damage both times. And a total of 16. He had 9 points left. So you're pretty sure you broke his jaw with the first hit. The second one hit him right in the nose, and you could feel sort of the skull bones sort of crushing under your fist. And he goes down like a bag of dirt.
All right.
Nice job, dude.
Yay.
He is pummeling. All right. Do you want to move at all?
Can I move? Let me see. Hang on a minute. Let me. Hold on, buddy.
There goes the sangria.
I would like to go west, but there's a 10-foot cube there.
That 10-foot cube is a grease spot that nobody's cleared. You could yell out to Titus.
Jello wrestling.
Did Titus, you cast that grease, right?
No, that was Vondrum.
Oh, that's Vondrum's grease. You could yell out to Vondrum to
That was a
cancel it.
flurry of blows. That was a full round action for you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can't move. Sorry about that.
So,
well, you could do a 5-foot.
You know what? How tall, how high are these crates piled?
They're pretty high, actually. So the roof of this building is probably 20 feet up. It's certainly maybe even a little higher. So these crates you probably got 2 stacks of 6-foot crates, so maybe 10, 12 feet. They're climbable, and it's certainly, where you could probably scramble up them, but it would be, you would be like 10 or 12 feet up if you got up that high.
You know what? I have a sling. I would love to set up a sniper's nest up there. Can I start to move that way? I just want to get on top of some crates and see what I see. So that's what I will work on my next move.
All right, sounds good. All right. Vondrum, you are up.
With reach, I should be able to hit this guy without moving.
You can,
This
yes.
guy right.
Yeah, he had not. He attacked you last time too. So.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt that. Ooh.
22's a hit. That may do him. And that would be 6 points. He only had 2 left. So that is a kill. You put him down with your spear. I think Polearm was the only other guy that hit that guy, right? So is that a Wyrm for Vondrum?
I hit him first and polearmed him second, and then
Oh, okay.
no, wait, polearm did hit him first, didn't you, Gordon? Did you hit him first?
Yeah, you got him stuck first.
Yeah, I stuck him. That's right. So
All right. I believe that would count as a Wyrm.
Sorry,
It's
Gordon.
because the rule is if only one other person has hit the guy and you take the kill, that's a Wyrm, right?
I think that's Vondrum's first. He doesn't
That
know
may
what
be.
feeling
That may
a
be
sense of pride.
Vondrums gets the Wyrm. Very nice. Are you gonna move it all?
Nope, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay, Wraith. Creature's down at your feet, finishing its final flops, bleeding all over the place with its disgusting pink blood, like Klingons. All right, you're headed that way. Oh, arrow. 11's gonna miss. Just nicks one of these outer boxes and sort of like knocks it sideways. 12 will miss too, with the plus because you're within 30 feet. And you moved, so that I think is the end of your.
Yeah,
turn.
I'm done.
Okay. The pseudo dragon is out. Titus, you are up. So Ono just beat that guy down and is now moving towards this sort of into this canyon area in between the boxes. You're not sure what he's up to.
Well, let's see.
Give me a perception. Hold on, let me make sure that you're in a position to see him. Hold on a second. Whoops. You just kind of decide what you want to do on your own. Do you roll 20? Yeah, so give me perception.
Okay.
Another one. 12. Okay, yeah, you do see this guy over here because you're looking that way. You see that guy over there running south. You're not sure what he's doing. This guy right here.
Okay.
He's just crossing your field of vision through that area. You're not sure what he's up to, but he's moving pretty quick.
Moving south.
Now's your chance to use the thief as a skimboard to get across that grief spell.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Little wakeboarding action.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right. So
I'm going to lay prone.
All right, so you're gonna move him over to the edge of the grease and then throw him down on it, and then use his body to sort of not so much slide across, but maybe jump on top of and then jump over.
We'll just sort of see what happens. Like if he makes the whole 10 feet, great.
I would think that would make it harder.
What, stepping on him?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or I think what Chuck had in mind was sort of like tobogganing. So you've got him close to you in front of you, you just throw him down and you're on top and you try and slide all the way across, but you'll end up being prone. So you could maybe surf across, but as Mike pointed out, that would be even probably more difficult to do.
I mean, if you wanted to make a jump, the running jump is a DC 10 acrobatics check. So it's not a very hard roll.
Yeah, because it's only 10 feet.
Okay. I'll do that then. How do I do it?
You could still throw him down. You got an acrobatic skill, D20 plus whatever points you have in that skill.
All right, let me see.
And the DC is.
I doubt you do, but it's probably just your dex bonus.
I've actually +3.
Yeah,
perfect.
Bonus, yeah.
All right, so D20 plus 3. Let's see if you jump over, run, snap, and leap. He made it. All right. Wait, no, you didn't.
I don't know what happened. It's double.
Well, now, no, the first one was +8, so that was your perception check.
Right.
So
okay.
it's 3. You rolled a natural 3. So yeah, so you get a running start. This guy, you've thrown this guy down in Larion down in the grease. He's like flopping around. He's prone in the grease. You reach out and you catch the edge of his like pant leg or something, and you're just like, whoop, and you miss the thing, but you do end up on the other side of him. Now I need a reflex save against DC 14 to keep from falling prone yourself.
Okay.
DC 15.
DC 15, okay.
Let's see, reflex, okay. I need to,
Boom! You went down. So you throw Larion down.
I need to re-roll several times or reload several times.
Yes,
Getting
your rolls have like been horrible.
Yeah, okay. They have. All right, but you are now prone in the grease. Now you are covered in grease, as is Larion. And oh no, you see this and you're like, the heck is going on?
But at least, oh no, now has a bridge across the whole thing.
Aye.
Cancels the grease. Does that,
Oops.
All right, horizontals.
if under cancels the grease, does that actually remove the grease from whatever has been greased, as in Ono, or I mean Titus?
Yes, I believe it does, because you
It
cancel the
actually-
spell. It's magical grease, so if you cancel the spell, the magical grease disappears, regardless of where it happens to be.
Okay.
All right,
I
so
don't know what's going on, so that was just a pure question for the future.
all right,
Shout it out.
horizontals. Man, that is a terrible thing. Yeah, he is going to risk fighting defensively. Remind me if I could to avoid attack of opportunity. Can he do that? He can't move then, can he?
If you're fighting full defense, you can't do anything like that. But if you're fighting defensively, it's a -4 to attack, adds +2 to your AC. You still provoke attacks of opportunity, but
Yeah,
your AC is too higher.
and -4 on the attack.
Yeah.
All right, he's going to do that. He's going to take that. That puts his AC at 16, -4 on the attack. So his attack is +3, which makes it a D20 -1. So he's being very ginger about this. He knows that pole arm's dangerous. So he is going very gingerly towards him and rolls a 2 for a non-hit. The other. And you rolled a natural 20, did not confirm, but definitely a hit. Well, the ginger, the cautious attack did not pay off for the man, and he takes a spear to the throat and goes down from Poe. The other guy is like, screw this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And Titus, he disappears from your sight.
Bastard.
Arendar.
Trying to figure out spatial awareness.
Okay.
Would I know of anything else going on? I mean, I was just over here hacking at that little dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be aware of what's going on anywhere else or no? That'd be just a generic perception check.
Give me a perception check. Yeah.
Not a nat 20. I
Nat
know what's going on in the next
20.
building.
All right, so you would definitely be well aware of what's going on with Poe and Von Vrum and the guys up there. You're pretty much clued in completely. You, with a natural 20, you would maybe have had an opportunity to see that one guy running to the south.
Okay.
Yeah. But let me check to see if that's even physically possible from where you're standing, though. All right, so boy, it's gonna be tough, but I think yes. Corner of your eye kind of stuff.
Only because natural 20.
Yeah, only because natural 20. Otherwise, there's no way you would have seen it. But yeah, you did see a guy on the other side of the thing kind of run past, but you didn't think anything of it.
Okay. Then I'm going to do a double move. 5, 10, 15. And I'm going to try to jump this as well. Actually get me to right there.
All right.
If I can make the jump.
All right. Let's see about that acrobatics. Excuse me. 20 acrobatics check. So you leap over Larion and Titus and the grease thing, and you're just like a ballet. And you just land on the other side and that kind of stick.
That's double move. So basically I just run through there to try and see what's going on.
Okay.
And so I still don't see the guy.
I don't think you would in this place.
Oh.
Yeah, you would not see him.
So I knew he went
you
south.
would see
My sight.
You would see a couple of things. You see 2 sleeping guardsmen. And over here, over here, you see something a little stranger. You see one elf who is he's just like he's tied up and he's sitting down against the crates and he looks asleep. The guy next to him is another elf, wide awake, and he's like, hey, help me, untie me, dude. Get me out of here.
Klaskin, where's your stuff?
What are you talking about?
The stuff that your friend gave you. What we're after? What are we after?
Well, I had some Hamlet weed, but
No.
other than that.
What did the guy?
The case of
The case, yeah.
the case.
Yeah. I'll ask, where's the case?
Man, we already handed it off. We gave it to other people.
What people? Oh my God.
We gave it to Shayless's guy. We gave it to Shayless's guy right before these guys picked us down.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's probably most I can get.
Help me out, dude. Come on, untie me.
That's
Untie me
probably-
and my friend and kill these guys.
Yeah. That's probably as far as I can get is just one round of conversation. So.
Good night, buddy.
Go.
All right. So, poll. So you just zapped that guy. You don't see any other guys. There was another one kind of hunking around, but you think he like went around the back of those crates.
Yeah, swift action. I'm going to undo the enlarge.
All right. 2 rounds on that. Boop.
And I guess I'm going to try to go around this way. Can I squeeze through that where the quicksand is?
Can't. No, you can't move through it. It's too big of a deal. I mean, it was placed specifically to keep people from doing exactly what you're trying to do.
Right.
What'd you say?
Random can't move it.
You can't move it once it's cast. You can dispel it, but you can't dispel it till it's your turn.
Do you want me to get rid of it, Poe? Or do you want
Yeah.
to leave it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like everybody that we were trying to trap with it is gone. So yeah,
You don't see that guy back here either.
Like I said, it's a DC. If it's 10 feet, it's a DC 10 acrobatics check. So even with no skill, it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah,
I
I'll do
guess
that.
You want to jump over it?
Yeah, I do have a domain ability that lets me move through difficult terrain. Would this be considered difficult terrain, or is it?
No, this is a spell created in Tangle Trap, essentially. Difficult terrain is like climbing over, fallen wood or stuff like that, where it would keep you from running in a straight line. Ooh. Did you try to jump?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, you're in it. We need a reflex save to avoid being tangled. DC 15 is that.
Giggle.
I tried to serve as a lesson.
It's DC 14 for this.
DC 14, you are entangled, Poe.
Now, Thundrum would look at Poe and giggle for a second and say, I'll let you go. You're not the bad guys we're looking for.
I do.
Let that be a lesson to you, Poe.
I can reach you with this spear if you don't.
He's still giggling.
He's got reach weapons too, so no attacks of opportunity. You guys can slug it out. Finally, the battle of the Fae, figuring out what to, who is the dominant dwarven Fae here. All right, so that's Poe. Stuck. Ono, where are you? So you were thinking about climbing the boxes, right?
Here's what I want to do. I would love to clamber up and get on top of this stack of crates. I'm not going to stand up and say, here I am, but rather I will keep my head down and I want to scout around and I want to see if there's anybody I can hit with my sling.
Okay. All right, so you're going to want to try and climb the tallest group of boxes that you can.
Yes, sir.
Which would probably be climbing up here and then moving inward to this point. So you see the ones that have like little X's on them?
Yeah.
Okay. Those boxes are the tallest ones. So if you could get to there's one right there, which is pretty high.
All right.
You could try climbing up that. So, but you would have to make a climb check and it would be double your movement rate. So if this box, and I would say that it is about 12 feet high, it would be say 25 feet of movement and a climb check.
All right. Let me do a climb check.
Yep.
Here we go. I'm going to do my climb check. 9.
Ooh, you cannot get that. I mean, you can't seem to find a path.
All right. Damn it. All right. Yeah. Rats.
You could try jumping over that grease spell.
No, thank you.
Come on, take a chance.
Can I move to here and try to climb here?
Sure. Another climb check.
Yes, sir. Please.
Go for it.
All right. Hey.
Ooh, natty twunzo. Yeah. So you clamber up there and you will end your turn on top of that thing about 12 feet up above the air.
Great.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Will do. Here it comes.
Ooh, 20. That's good. All right. So let's see. I just want to see if you can see this guy without touching any more X crates. Ooh, man, it's close. It is close. But from your position, you barely have a line of sight on this guy.
Okay.
But you don't have any more time left.
Right.
Because you tried to climb that first box and it didn't go well.
Okay.
All right. So your turn is out.
Thank you.
Verticals. Another bit of sleep. So they have 4 more rounds of sleeping. I think I am out of verticals that are actually moving. So, all right, Vaughn, you are up.
Okay, Von Drum's going to release you can get rid of the sand trap.
Okay.
And I'm not hearing any particular huge screams of pain or danger or disaster.
There you are. You hear the splish splashing and groaning.
Give me a perception check.
Well, if you holler out, I would know what's going on. Not but I'm stuck in the grease trap. Let's see here. Sorry, I didn't get my perception up. Okay. Survey says.
$16. All right, you can hear something on the other side of the boxes. It sounds like Titus. You're not sure what he's saying, but he sounds pretty pissed off.
More at himself than anything else.
I don't know if he's stuck in the grease trap and nobody said anything, so it'd be metagaming to remove the grease trap.
It's true. All right.
So, that being said, I'm like, Polearm, I got your back if you want to lead on.
Yep. I'll do that.
So I'll just take a 5-foot step up to here and wait to follow him.
Okay. Wraith.
Okay, I have a question. When we first came to this building,
Mhm.
we walked around this door to the bottom, right? We
Correct.
walked around the corner and up. So we know there's a door there.
Correct.
The only thing that I don't know for certain is whether or not this hallway goes all the way down.
Correct.
But when we first came in, we came in this door, right?
Correct.
So having looked down here, do I think that this hallway, and I'm looking in that direction now, do I think this hallway goes all the way down to the south?
This hallway?
This one.
Gotcha. Yeah, you think it does.
So I'm going to do, if you do running, that's 4 times your move, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's 60, 4 times would be 30, 60, 90, 120.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to here.
All right. Not so fast, big man. See that square?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I gotta think. Hold on a second. Whoop.
All gone now.
That's not what I wanted to do. Why is that doing that?
Have it on the GM layer or something?
Yeah, there we go. Why is it not showing me the pit? There's a pit there.
Where's the pendulum?
Where's my pit?
So
Well,
like
it's
a
being a
pit you
pain.
can see.
Yeah, you see that? Well, it should be, but I can't get the cover. I put a cover on it, and I can't get it off now. So,
Well, if it's a pit that you can see, I can try to.
no,
jump
no,
it.
it had like a. It was covered. So,
So they've got a pit trap in a warehouse that their guys go move through and put boxes up all the time.
correct.
Okay, then.
Yeah,
All right, give me a reflex save.
That whatever. 25.
Ooh, natural twinzo. All right. So you hit that thing and you feel the pit start to go out from underneath your feet. So you leap and you land over here on the other side of the pit and get a couple of more steps out of it. But that is the end. You missed it. You managed to sort of like leap over it as it was collapsing under you. But this is a pit trap here that
In the middle of the Amazon warehouse.
in the middle of the Amazon warehouse. Exactly right. Well, hey, in my defense, I've heard that normal Amazon warehouses have pit traps and poison darts and stuff like that too. So,
Yeah, but they also have PPEs, and I haven't seen any of those posted here.
I'm pretty sure our campaign is pre-COVID.
Oh,
for now,
For now. Oh,
It's
there's your
coming.
pit. It's out in the hallway. There you go.
there we go. All right, so there's the pit. You managed to get past it. It basically was just like a thin layer of stone-like tiles that have been laid across slats of wood, that just sort of like thing. And you hit that, and you're just like, whoa, because it just like collapsed immediately.
So I want to know how they put the giant stack of boxes on either side of it since there was no floor.
It's one of those mysteries of warehousing.
You'll never know.
We may never know. Okay, hold on a second. All right, but yeah, you got past it, but it kind of slowed you down. You didn't get all the way to the bottom, but you can tell that it does kind of have a thing over here, and and you're pretty sure it leads over to where that door is. Titus.
I'm going to market myself as a personal lubricant and
Okay.
go out of this mess.
All right, you can stand up as sort of as a move action, but to get out of there. Wait, no, well, to stand up, you have to do another reflex save.
Another one. Oh,
Yeah, you're covered with slippery grease, thanks to Vondrum. I think that's something you should bring up with her later.
Oh, I will.
Him, sorry, Vondrum's a him.
I'm sorry. Which check am I supposed to be?
He's gonna
Dex.
get a good laugh out of that since he had nothing to do with you falling in it.
Oh, yes, he did.
In Vondrum's defense, it was your idea to surf Larion across the grease.
I think it was Mike's idea. I just said, yeah, that sounds
It could have been.
whoever our idea was. All right, fine.
What'd you get?
11.
An 11 is not going to be enough. You're trying to get up on hands and knees, but you keep slipping and falling back down. And Vondrum, the cursing has taken. It is now up to a volume sort of around 11. As Titus is desperately trying to get out of there and can't. So you are stuck in the grease pit. You can't seem to get out of it. You're reaching out to try and pull yourself forward with the crates and stuff like that. Nothing's working.
All right. Well, I'm going to make my compatriot at least move forward so we can.
All right, so you're going to grab him and sort of slide him across.
Yep.
All right, can do. I'm going to say he slides over to here, and he's just like, I've got all this stuff on me. He can't get up either. Actually, you know what? For Larion, I will help. Let him try to make some sort of save here. Let's try it. Nope, he's still down too. You guys, it's a big sloppy mess of fun in that grease pit. Oh no, you're on top of the crate looking down, and you're just like, what in the hell are they doing? Horizontals. Do I have any horizontals? Oh, one left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wraith, give me a perception check.
16.
You hear footsteps down over by that door. Fast, moving. Somebody moving over there with booted feet. Arendar. Help me out, dude. Untie me. Kill these white worm bastards. They suck.
I'm going to call out because I don't know where anybody's at other than Titus. I'm going to call out.
Okay.
They already gave the case away.
They already gave the case away. So, oh no, Titus, Larion, you guys already. It's like, and you hear Larion say, "Shit, we didn't get here in time. Shayla's probably has it by now. Damn it." Vondrum and Poe, give me a quick perception. See if you can hear that over the other side of the boxes.
Yeah, I wasn't whispering. I kind of called it out.
Yeah, Wraith,
That was-
you're pretty
But I was
far
I was
away.
kind of frustrated.
Wraith, you give me a perception too. See if you hear him. All right, both Poe and Vondrum, you guys hear Arendar yell out. Wraith, you hear him yell out, but you can't make out the words. You're not sure what he said. And you're focused on trying to catch this guy too. So, all right. So, do you, other than yelling that the party has failed once again to secure the case?
I'm going to ask Poe if we think he really gave the case away or not. Just because he
no.
says, yeah, I know. I'm just planting the seed.
So I'm trying to think back since the fight started last time. Was Arendar aware that Titus cast a sleep spell down here?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you were standing very close to Titus when he did it, actually.
Okay. So I know these guys are sleeping.
Yeah, you know that's magical sleep. This isn't regular, normal warehouse guard sleep.
And normally I shout out when I'm casting spells. It's just it's a bad impulse.
He would probably ask Titus how long these guys are going to be asleep. Can we ignore them?
Another 20 to 30 seconds.
And I answer, I'm laying face down in grease.
Eventually I'll ask, do I need to kill these guys or can we ignore them?
Depends on if you want to interrogate him or not.
I don't care about these guys. I want.
You've got the elves. So the elves are both, so one's awake, the other one is asleep, but the asleep guys are all alive. The two guards, one is just like, this one here closest to you is just like slumped down in this chair next to this table. It looks like this guy was actually kneeling down or standing by the elves, maybe even talking to them, interrogating them when the sleep spell hit. Because he's just like down on the ground, face down on the ground, whereas this guy's not like on the ground.
Okay. Can I spend the round just grabbing all their weapons from the two guards?
Yeah, sure. I think so. Just grab it. They've got short sword and long spear.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing those and getting away from them.
All right. So you're gonna you grab those weapons and you're gonna move away from them. Okay. So you're just holding them like, got your weapons.
Yeah, for right now I'm just I'm holding them all right now, but
okay. So yeah, you effectively disarmed both of them, but that's gonna end your turn.
Yep.
Oh. You cannot believe that Vondrum let you step in that stuff.
Stop instigating, Lex.
Sorry, was I just trying to lay out the facts in the of the game. All right, Poe, so you come running around there. You see Arendar with an armload of weapons and two sleeping guards. Plus a sleeping elf and another elf sitting down on the floor against these boxes, and they are tied up. Arendar has a weirdly guilty look on his face.
Guilty?
Like maybe he was stealing those weapons.
No, I'd say it's more like an exasperated, oh my gosh, kind of look.
Another thing that you see, which is kind of odd, and Arendar, you see it too, is that there are a bunch of ballistas stacked up over here. Now, normally speaking, you would have thought that this was a commercial warehouse, but there's 5 ballistas with bolts for the ballistas, sort of in a line over here by the southern corner there.
Stock up for the war coming, huh?
White Wyrms are mercenaries, right? They sell to the highest bidder, and they're known to not be too fastidious about it.
What's in these boxes? Are they labeled at all?
They're not. I mean, there's certain of them have brands on them. They have painted labels on them. Some of them don't have labels at all. Some of them have paperwork sort of tacked onto them, that kind of thing. Standard warehouse kind of stuff. I mean, you can take a moment if you want to read some of the papers and things like that to see what's in them, but it doesn't look different from what your experience in a normal warehouse would look. There's just a lot of them. It's a big warehouse.
All right, that's it.
Okay. Oh no, you're at the top there. That guy moved but you might still be able to see him. Hold on a second. Let me see if you can. So so you're on an Xbox.
Yes.
If any Xbox, we're going to draw a line from you to the guy. If there's any Xboxes that interpose that line, you cannot see him.
It's close.
Very close. Yeah, he'll get cover, but oh no, he's on the ground.
If
There's too
he's
much.
on the
There's too
ground.
much in the
Yeah,
way.
he's
He's on the
pretty close to the
ground.
edge.
There's
Yeah,
no way. He's too close to the edge. Yeah, you can't see him.
Okay.
You can see Arendar, Poe, and this guy sitting in a chair.
Okay.
This guy here.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, great. All right. Are those two guys prone, asleep?
Well, this guy is sort of slumped over in a chair. It was obvious he was sitting in a chair at this table when the sleep spell hit. This guy is face down on the floor sleeping.
Okay.
He was either
All right.
standing there or kneeling there when the sleep spell hit.
Okay. I look down and do I see Titus still caught in the sand?
Oh yeah. No, it's grease, but yes.
All right. I have in my pack a length of hemp rope.
Okay.
Can I it looks like
I'll just try to smoke it. So do what you got to do, because we're just practicing a musical play called Grease.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Great.
You hear Titus in the background. You're the one that I want.
Okay. So I don't see any more foes. Would I
You
even
don't.
know that the guy had fled toward the east and south?
Well, you saw him kind of trucking through there in between the boxes. You looked over there last round and you saw him sort of going through there, but you can't see him now. And you did see him sort of run across when you had just finished beating the crap out of that other guy. So you do know that guy was hauling ass to the south, but the problem is you can't see him now.
Okay, great. I'm gonna. Okay. Would it be easy for me to climb or clamber from where I am to right here?
Difficult terrain, but yeah, you could get over there. You're basically jumping from box to box.
All right, so I'll move 1 and 2. Here, sorry, let me use my Alt key, and
Okay.
then I'll go again 1 and 2.
All right.
I've moved 4. My movement rate is
your movement rate's really fast. Aren't you really
30.
fast? 30?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that gives you so that's 30, which means 15. You've moved a total of 20. You could move another 10 feet, but that'll be the end of your turn.
All right. And
or if you stop here, you can have a standard action if you want to bomb somebody, but throw a sling at somebody.
I don't see anybody at whom I could throw a sling.
Okay.
I don't want to sling the two guys who are asleep. That's evil.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stay put there and just scout around. Les, may I do a perception check?
Sure.
Are there any more? Does it? I know DMs hate this question. Does anything look funny?
Anything look funny? Give me a perception check.
Sure.
There's 2 guys laying in grease.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing you've seen so far. But
all right.
I'm assuming you mean funny strange as opposed to funny haha,
Funny
which
strange.
the 2 guys left in Greece. Perception 19. All right. So you do notice a couple of things. One, these guys are asleep. You've seen those. You're pretty sure that it's Titus did that. This guy is sorry, jeez Louise. This guy here is talking a blue streak. He's like, hey dude, come on, let me out. Come on, let me out of this thing. Untie me. Come on, help me out. You hear Titus swearing and the other guy, sort of like swearing sort of at him. Larion is like, I'm covered with grease. He's like, I'm covered with grease too. What the hell did you do that for? What did you do? They're losing it. You also see Poe, not entirely sure. He's sort of like looking around at the crates and stuff like that. You don't see anything strange, although now you see the ballistas. And you're like, well, that's odd for a commercial warehouse. So you see those as well. You do have another 10 feet of movement if you want to take it.
I'm gonna let's stay put. I mean, I can see lots of stuff from here. I'm gonna shout down to Arendar, hey, there's a guy moving south and east.
Okay. Arendar's right there, so he can easily hear you. And
Okay.
Arendar, if you look up, you see Ono on the top of the boxes, and you're like, how'd you get up there, dude? All right. So, all right, that's Ono. Vertical spear guys, all dead or sleeping, so they're not really doing 3 more rounds on that sleep spell. Vondrum is up next, and then Wraith. Wraith, this is going to be your shot next time. You try and nail that guy before he hits that door, because you're certain he's looking to get out. Vondi, what do you got? Oh, wait, what? Did you just sort of running across the boxes there, or are you going around?
No, I went around. I measured out a double move,
Okay.
and I look at Titus and shake my head and giggle.
And I deserve that.
He looks, Titus, you see Vondrum, and Vondrum's like, and you're just like,
I just tell him, I said, give me a minute.
give me a sec. All right, Wraith. A single move action should put you right about here. Yep. Now you can see the guy. I mean, he looks at you, and he is headed for this door. Now these doors are closed, which means he has to get them open, which means he's going to have to stop at that door. So you've got a round and probably 2 rounds before he gets out the door.
You gonna yell or say anything?
No, he wants this kill for himself. Because if there's one thing that Wraith likes, it's murder. Ooh, that's a hit, but only are you within 30? I don't think he is. Nope. 35. So 1 point of damage as you wing him in the elbow, and he's like, ow! And keeps running towards the door. Titus, you're up.
Wraith, do you say anything? Or more importantly, yell?
I guess.
And I'm the idiot talking to a mic that's muted. Yes, I yelled, he's down here.
He's down here.
Do I have to do another roll to see if I can get out of this?
Well, it depends. I mean, I'm assuming that you're at least silently and probably not so silently petitioning Vondrum to dispel the
I'm growling and using sad puppy dog eyes at the same time.
Okay, so probably, I mean, what I would, instead of wasting a round, what I would do is probably delay until after Vondrum.
Sounds like.
I mean, it's like I mean, I guess you could probably get up. It could be hassly. I mean, it's up to you.
I'll delay.
You're gonna delay until after Vondrum?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait for her to kill the spell.
I've been humiliated enough.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for more, honestly.
All right, horizontal. Ooh, there's only one. He comes up to the door and begins opening it, looking fearfully at Wraith as Wraith draws, I'm assuming, another arrow from his quiver.
Well, yeah, when it's my turn.
When it's your turn to engage in murder. All right, so he's getting that door open. That's going to be the entirety of his turn, though. Arendar, you hear your brother yell out, "He's down here!
That's
Shot him!"
moves. And then, oops, hang on. And then,
Isn't it? Can't you dispel a spell that you've cast just at will, or does it take time?
It's a free action, but you have to do it on your turn.
he's got the door open, right?
He just slid it open, like halfway.
Can I get past him?
Not without an acrobatics check.
Okay, I want to. That's the best I can do.
Okay,
Get right next to him.
get right there.
Now he gets an attack of opportunity because I had to go from this one to this?
He is devoting all his. He's got a spill.
Probably had to put it down to open the door.
Well, it's not put. It's like leaning against the wall, so he could.
But
Yeah, but he can't draw. He
something.
doesn't have a weapon in his hand, so yeah, he doesn't get attack of opportunity. I mean, he does, but he's not going to take it.
He's just trying to get out.
He's just trying to get out.
Okay.
All right, so you basically got in between Wraith and the guy. Perfect.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get right there. If I can.
Okay. All right, perfect. Poe.
I don't really have anything to do, I guess. Huh.
I mean,
You saw me collect all the weapons, and probably as I heard Wraith yell, he's down here. I would have said, "We need to talk. We need to tie these guys up."
Guys up, yeah.
I would have dropped all the weapons and ran off.
I don't have any tools though to do that. Anybody got rope, or is there rope laying around?
there's no rope laying out.
Bondrum always has rope.
I have rope.
Okay. Well, I'll go up to Vondrum and get some rope and start tying these guys up with.
Okay, you can get the Vondrum, get the rope, and over to here, I guess. I'm just gonna move you. I'm assuming you go to Vondrum and then just sort of like turn around and begin tying up that guy right there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. And he's in a chair and he's full asleep. So I'm assuming you're tying him to the chair.
Sure. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay. Cool. Oh no.
Okay. Let's see. I can see that I'm not much use up here right now. So I'm gonna climb down to here.
Okay.
Right.
I need a climb check.
Yes,
Be
sir.
careful you don't step on that sleeping
I'll be careful.
that sleeping elf.
He breaks the fall.
Oh, he might have to. So yeah, you missed that. You slip a little bit of the ways. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I recall correctly, monks can they
At
have
higher level, they can.
not at that. Oh, okay. So this is higher level. So yeah, you fall the last 10 feet as your gives way, and you take 3 points of falling damage. You may have turned. You think maybe you turned that ankle too. That's gonna need some rest.
Right. Great. Just wonderful. All right. Geez. All right.
All right. Verticals again, all sleeping. So they are still sleeping. One is tied or getting tied up. The other one is just laying on the floor. We're gonna go ahead and put a lock on him. Vondrum, you're up.
Vondrum's going to take the grease off.
All right.
Shout it out.
And the grease
Yay.
disappears. And now you find yourself just lying on the floor with Larion.
We want to be alone, people. Avert your eyes.
It's a big warehouse. Surely you can find some privacy. There's a pit over on the east side. You can go in there.
So these guys, this warehouse we're in,
Mhm.
these are bad guys. I mean, this is looking not good.
These are mercenaries.
Yeah, mercs. And sort of low quality, low price mercs. Sell to sell to anybody. If you were like a guy who wanted to hire a couple of thugs to sort of beat up your neighbor, it's the White Wyrms you would go to. It attracts a shittier clientele. If you were like a military person, right? You were a general of an army or a colonel of a condottieri band.
I am a military person, so I was actually going to see if I roll knowledge soldier.
Yeah, if you have that'd be perfect. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Trying to decide which one's best. I think knowledge soldier is going to be okay.
Yeah, definitely. Knowledge soldier is absolutely on point. Or not.
Okay, never mind. So my opinion though is that these guys sell to the highest bidder, and they might sell to the bad guys too that come in. These are not necessarily the good guys.
Well, sure. Now, so it's hard to, frankly, there's a lot of conflicting sympathies. So it's hard sometimes to say these guys are the bad guys, these guys are the good guys. On one hand, you've got the Sargavans, who are Chilaxians and demonstrably shitty most of the time. On the other hand, you've got two different sets of Mwangi. One who seemed to be led by some sort of crazy god king, who says that they need to drive the Sargavans out of the entire peninsula. The others, who are much more practical and who are who are bending alliances, the Osibu, who are building alliances with the elves and the dwarves of the mountains, and even to a certain extent the crazy hobbits that live in the forest, who are devil worshippers. But the word is that they want to use them as shock troops. They also want to get rid of the Sargavans. And in the middle of all of this is Gate Pass, an independent city who has pissed everybody off. So the Mwangans want to control Gate Pass, the Sargavans want to control Gate Pass, but today it is the Sargavans who are actively engaging in military operations against Gate Pass.
And where these ballistas are going to end up, nobody really knows.
Nobody knows who hired these White Wyrms. Now it could be White Wyrms. The White Wyrms are a mercenary group, right? They don't own any warehouses, so it could be that they're planted here to keep an eye on these ballistas, or I mean, you don't really know, but you can be guaranteed that this warehouse does not belong to them. Why they picked up a couple of loose elves and took them captive is anybody's guess.
So can I use, well, I'm going to look into something. I'll get back to you. I'm not sure we'll get a chance. I'll look at something and then comment
Are you
back.
suggesting that the elves are of low moral character and standards?
Always have been.
Okay.
No, the elves, I mean, the elves are fine. So the elves of this region are, they come from the north. And there are elves that are from this town. I mean, this is fairly egalitarian. Most of the elves in this entire region can be traced back to the elves that live in the north, which are called the Dark Reach Plains. So these are plains elves, mostly wood elves, that kind of thing. Some high elves, but most of them are there. They hate the hobbits that live in the forest, the last hobbits, because those hobbits are all crazy devil worshippers. They're insane, and plus they want to take those woods back from those hobbits. So the elves and the hobbits have been fighting for a long time. The elves and the dwarves are decent enough friends. The dwarves live in the mountains, the elves live in the plains, but all of them are but the Osibu Mwangi have been very actively sort of courting alliances with both the elves, the dwarves, and even to a certain extent the hobbits, because they want to move into Sargava. Both Mwangi tribes want to get rid of the Sargavans, which are essentially Chelaxians. Sargava is a Chelaxian colony in the south. The Mazzali, which are they have this crazy new king in Mazzali, who has declared sort of like jihad, a holy war against the Sargavans. So there have been brush fire attacks all along the river to the south against Sargavan outposts and stuff like that. The Osibu, they don't like the Mazzali any more than anybody else does because they think they're crazy too, and they're much more practical about it. So they're building alliances. They feel like if they build alliances with the non-Sargavans in the region, they can ultimately prevail against the Sargavans and drive the Chelaxians out into the sea. But that's a long-term plan. The Mazzali are just like, we must kill them, that kind of thing. It's complicated.
I know the feeling.
But yeah, the elves are mostly the elves of the that still live in the plains are definitely allied with the Osibu Mwangi. The elves that live in Gate Pass, they could be like you guys who are like independent Gate Pass guys and have no allegiances to anybody. They could be Osibu sympathizers. They could be Mazzali sympathizers. They could even be Sargavan sympathizers. You just don't know.
Last time was a knowledge local to see if I knew who owned the warehouse.
Natural 2 on knowledge local. You're trying to figure out who owns this warehouse?
Yeah.
No idea. It's a big warehouse though. So there's going to be, I mean, you could probably count the number of companies that you suspect own this warehouse on one hand. These would be big commercial trading companies that would own a warehouse like this. On the other hand, sometimes these big warehouses are just owned by a non-commercial organization, like a real estate company, and then they sell pieces of the warehouse to smaller groups. So it could be that there could be goods here stored in this warehouse that belong to all kinds of different companies that are just renting a certain volume of space.
Conrad's going to bust open a box then, just randomly.
Okay. You're just going to like turn around and sort of like bust open a box.
Yeah.
Dried foodstuffs. dried fruit and vegetables, sort of in crates. Not necessarily. I wouldn't call it like rations, but certainly preserved agricultural foods, preserved for travel, long lasting.
Are we out of
Fair
initiative?
amount of it too.
Are we out of initiative left?
No, we are not.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Titus. The grease is gone, but you are still bleeding on the floor with Larion.
Larion, come on, let's go. So we're gonna stand on this table and see what kind of view we can get.
All right, so you get up, jump on that table, and sort of look around. I mean, you see, you got a bird's eye view of Poe tying a guy up. Larion is just sort of stumbling along behind you, and you kind of lean him against the table. You see that Ono it looks like he's picking himself up and dusting himself off. It looks like maybe he fell off a box. Other than that, Vondrum is like ripping open crates and looking inside, or ripped open a crate and looked inside. What you don't see are either of the twins. You don't know where the hell they are.
That's nothing new.
All right, well, I think I'll do an acid splash on this guy, the vertical laying down on the job.
This guy here to the south? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now he is prone, so hitting him with a ranged attack is going to be at a disadvantage. Not disadvantage. I've been playing 5e with those guys
He's
too long.
also sleeping, and if you do damage to him, that's a good chance it's going to wake him up.
It will wake him up. And you know, because you cast a sleep spell, that they've still got another 12, 15 seconds of sleep before they wake up.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll try to hit this awake elf.
Okay, you're hitting him with an acid splash?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go
Go ahead and roll that attack roll.
what do I have to roll? Oh, okay.
You splash a bunch of acid across the top of the crate nearby him, and he's like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing? Hey, come on, don't do that. I could help you. I'll tell you something." And you hear Larry like, "Shut up!" And he's like, "Come on, don't listen to him. He's a jerk. And Larry's a jerk. I'll help you. Don't kill me, man."
Well, if you know more than Larion, I'm listening.
I know a little. I can help.
Yeah, maybe you shut up Larion.
All right. That's Titus Wraith. That guy's looking like he's about to leave. Point blank range. I think you're talking into a muted mic again.
Yep, that'd be me. If I move here, I get flanking, right?
Are you a rogue?
No, you don't, because you're not a rogue.
Okay. Well, not yet.
Right. Rogues get that as an ability. Yeah, you have to be 30 feet, and yeah, it's...
In that case, I'm going to go to here and shoot.
Okay.
That way, if I do something really bad, the chances are less that I'll hit Arendar.
Got it.
So 14.
14 will hit.
Max 9 points of damage.
9 points. Well, he is like, that kind of stuff. It doesn't kill him, but he is hit. And he staggers out into the street and begins walking away. With an arrow sticking out of him.
If he does more than a 5-foot step, then I get an attack opportunity.
He does more than a 5-foot step. Take that attack of opportunity. 19 will hit. 10 points of damage. He's still up, staggering out into the street, bleeding profusely from an arrow stuck in his abdomen and a slash on his shoulder that's bleeding profusely. He's hurt, but he continues to walk out into the street. Stagger, really.
Did you update his...
Oh, yeah, no, hold on. Sorry, I didn't update his hit points. There you go.
Okay.
You see him? All right, so he keeps moving. Arendar, it's your turn. I say we let him go.
I'm coming out here. Do I see anyone around me that's going to witness this?
Well, no, I mean, not really. There are people in the streets because the aerial attack is, even though it's slowing down, it's still going on. And there's a lot of like, just in the city in general, there's a lot of like refugee activity, right? People got their houses got bombed. They're out in the streets. They're looking for shelter. It's cold. But yeah, I mean, nobody's really paying attention to you. There are people off in the distance. I mean, there's not like a crowd of people on this street. Just going to cut them down.
Right here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I want to be just south of him.
Okay.
I'm right there, but I'm south of him. So like there.
Got it. And then what are you going to do?
Attack.
Medicine check?
Yeah, medicine check.
21, that's a hit. He had 4, that's 9. You just take him high. He looks up, he tries to get he sees you come around, he's like, no! And he gets his hand up, but not in time as your falcata just like chops through the fingers and comes and hits him right high in the throat and, you know, gurgle. And he goes down, slides back against the wall of the warehouse until he's in a sitting position with blood pouring out of him.
So that's the last combatant. Are we out of combat then?
Well, technically, it's not the last combatant. You got a couple of sleep guys that are still sleeping. One tied up, one not tied up.
Because I'm going to immediately grab him and start dragging him back in here.
All right, so you're going to drag him back in.
But I'm done. I've done everything I can this round.
Okay. Poe. Now you got... I'm sorry.
Am I done tying the one up? Am I done tying the one guy up?
You need to take one action to finish tying him. He gets tied up pretty quickly, but you still have a second action. We can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm going to move over here and start working on the other guy.
All right.
And I'm going to ask the elves. I might have missed this if somebody else did. Why do these guys pick you up?
Man, they're just... I don't know. They saw us. We were coming away from the delivery. And they frankly, they just robbed us. They grabbed us up and brought us in here and started asking us, you know, what we knew about the Sargavan attack and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And we don't know anything about that. We're trying to get out of the city. But he was just like, they didn't believe us. They took our money, and they were still asking us all kinds of stupid questions when you guys rolled up. And I can't thank you enough for helping us out, man. I could have swore I thought these guys were going to kill us. I'm pretty sure they were.
That's a little premature.
Well, I don't know about that.
Helping you out, that's premature.
Oh, that's awesome. Could you wake up my friend and untie me? We'd love to get out of here.
Yeah, hang on a second.
He said innocently. All right, so Poe, you're doing that. Oh no, you are down. You pick yourself up. You're next to the sleeping elf. You see Poe is right there. He's tying that guy up. You hear all this other elf is like, basically he's saying that he thinks it's a robbery. Like, but it could be, the way he says it is like their proximity to the warehouse maybe made them targets, right? Because they were close by. The place that they were supposed to do hand over the case is just like over there. And so it's possible that the White Wyrms were supposed to be watching this warehouse, saw these guys sort of hovering around doing some sort of deal and decided to interpose themselves.
May I do a perception check or a wisdom check? Are these guys lying?
Sense motive.
Sense motive. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do a sense motive.
Go sense motive.
Seems legit.
All right. Great. Okay.
Actually, you know what? You listen to a little bit of this and you're like, this doesn't make any sense at all. This guy's lying. He's lying. That elf is lying.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the elf and I say, you know what? Which elf is
this? The south one is the one that's talking. The other one is asleep.
Okay.
They're both tied up.
They're both tied up.
Mm-hmm.
And Ono has a spoon.
No. Ono is a lawful good teenager.
All right.
He's not a hardened
security chief.
Right. He's not a veteran of countless planetary wars. He's a kid. So, and he's lawful good. He's not gonna do anything awful. Because he's lawful. I will walk over here. And
This from the guy who just put his foot through someone's face.
The brain toe.
So, and I'm gonna dust off my hands. I mean, my hands have some blood on them.
Okay.
And because I've just punched a guy several times in the head, which hurts a lot, So I'm kind of going,
Probably rubbing your knuckles like, man, that stung. But it stung his skull worse.
And I'm limping, and I've torn my traveler's clothes. So I look like I've been in a fight, and I kneel down in front of the guy, and I say, and I give him a look, and I say, I think you're not telling me the full story.
What are you talking about, man?
I just beat to death one of your colleagues with my hands. I think you should tell me the full story of where that case is.
I'll tell you everything you want to know. You don't have to hit me, man. Just let me and my friend go. Don't kill us.
Where's the case?
We handed it off to Shaylin's guy. He's probably taking it to her right now.
Shaylin?
That was the plan. Shaylin from the magic school. Yeah, Shaylin.
The magic school.
And Larion's like, shut up.
Can I give his friend a non-lethal love tap?
So you're talking about Larion, the guy over here?
Yeah.
You'd have to go over there. He's tied essentially to Titus.
Got it. All right.
Don't mess with my bitch.
Okay. I thought. Oh, wait. The guy next to him is.
He's asleep. Yeah.
All right.
The other elf is just saying, hey, I don't know these guys. So they're saying, look, you could do whatever you want to these guys. And Larion is trying to get. I mean, he's trying to be subtle, but he's also trying to get these guys to shut up. But the guy's like, look, you're saving my life here. These guys are going to kill me. I owe you. I don't care what he says. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Where's Shaylin, and where's this magic school, and what's in the case?
He's like, look, I don't know what's in the case, man. I'm just a courier. I work on Prospect. Everything's all crazy in the city tonight. I don't know. They just said, take this case, deliver it to this guy, and you'll get paid. And I was like, great. I need to get some money. I got to get out of city. We're getting bombed by the stupid ass Sargavans. I got to get out of here. That's all I was thinking. So, that's all I know about that. As far as Shaylin, everybody knows Shaylin. She works she's one of the lecturers at the Mage College. That is it's on the map that your DM isn't showing you right now.
Gotcha. All right. So,
but he can show you if you want.
Is that the school of Gabal she's from?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, well, Vondram went there for a period of years. He knows how to get there.
Yeah, you know how to get there. And you may have heard the name Shaylin in passing. You don't remember meeting her, but you feel like you know that name.
Would a knowledge local help me remember more?
Sure would.
How about that?
Ooh, that's a solid knowledge local. All right, hold everything. Let me let's talk about who Shaylin is. If we can find the thing. Shayless. Sorry, not Shaylin. Shayless. So Shayless, you knew her name is Shayless Amlaral. And she was, as far as you remember, she was known to be sort of a very driven, very scholarly student. She eventually became one of the lecturers there. There was a period. This wasn't when you were going to the School of Gabal, but it was a little bit after, and you had stayed in touch and that kind of stuff. There was some rumors that she was having an affair with Gabal himself, and that which may or may not continue to this day. You don't know. You kind of got out of that. You never met her, but she had a level of respect that around the school that even when she was a student, she was respected by the other students. And when she became a lecturer, that respect extended to the staff as well. She was known to be kind of dangerous. but also quite
Like,
political.
would I have an idea what her political leaning was? Like whose side she was leaning towards?
You didn't know. She's not a member of the resistance, and you're not entirely sure, but you feel like she was anti-Sargavan. So she could be. She could be aligned with the Osibu or the Mazali Mwangi. You're not sure. You just didn't really know her that well, like at all, really. I mean, you knew of her more than that.
Yeah. Okay.
She wasn't. What you remember, she wasn't very well liked, but she was respected for her abilities as a mage, and known to be like a little dangerous, and also sort of like a little bit of a bounder, a little bit of a Tracy Flick, right? So she very much the rumor was that she had very much cultivated this relationship with Cabal himself to sort of put her in sort of a position, when you sleep with your professor, all of us have done this, obviously, slept with their professors on numerous occasions. So you know what it's like.
Now the Cabal, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were really all about helping to support the resistance, right?
To a certain extent. I mean, your impression was that they talked a good game, but when it came down to actually doing things to help the resistance, it was a bit lackluster. There was a tacit sort of verbal support, but not a lot of like active support. Now you don't know if that went. You've never heard Shayless's name in conjunction with the Gate Pass resistance that you guys are associated with.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But sorry. Go ahead.
I tell the guy, so they took our case to this magic school.
Yeah, that was what they told us they were going to do. I mean, as far as we know, like I said, I'm just a courier, right? I took it from him, and he points at Larion. I brought it to the meeting place that he told me where to meet the guy. I met the guy who was picking it up. I gave it to him, and that was it. I got paid. We got paid, me and my friend, and he sort of nods to his buddy who's sleeping.
Well, it is. I think you're not telling me the whole story, but it is not my way to beat a tied up man senseless. I'm going to confer with my colleagues, but I want you to think real hard about your near future while I go talk with my.
Okay. That's fine, dude. You're helping me, man. Why would I cross you? Why would I do anything to get you mad at me? You guys wiped out all these White Wyrms, man. I'm not doing anything. All right, those guys are asleep. So Titus will tell you that they've got one more round of sleep, and then they're going to start waking up. He's like, I can feel my magical powers over them, keeping them sleeping, sort of beginning to fade. So they don't do anything. Vondram, you are up. Where is Vondram? Oh, she's over by the crate. So yeah, foodstuffs, dried food in there. Nothing that you would consider to be strategically important. The ballistas, though, are interesting. The fact that they exist in a commercial warehouse at all is interesting. These are military grade ballistas with rounds.
Oh, I wonder if the couriers know anything about the ballistas.
I don't know. You'd have to ax them. Vondram, what are you doing? You're muted, by the way. Jennifer, you're muted.
I'm sorry. I'm having a great conversation with you. I'm looking at the ballistas more closely.
You're looking at the what? The ballistas?
Yeah, I'm looking at the ballistas more closely. Is it worth a perception check?
Yeah, give me a perception. And you say you have you were once a soldier, correct?
Yes.
All right, give me a perception check. Not great. Give me a knowledge soldier. Or knowledge military, whatever, however you do it. 21. Okay. So yeah, you're they look at first glance, they look to be normal ballistas, although they seem to be in a very abnormal place. They're wheeled so they can be moved into position very quickly. These are the mobile ballistas that you've seen before. Very sneaky, very problematic, especially when you're talking about a house-to-house situation. These have Sargavan military manufacturers marks on them. These are Sargavan ballistas.
Sargavan.
Mm-hmm. Chilaxian made, high quality.
Huh. Okay, I keep that to myself for the moment.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm doing.
Titus.
Let's
Now,
see.
Titus, you have heard Larion so you've seen Ono. You're standing on the table. You've seen Ono sort of like kneel, sort of hunker down, and he's like, "Look, you got to start telling us the truth, or I'm going to start beating faces in." And you can hear Larion sort of going, "Shut up, shut up." He's trying to be surreptitious, but it's obvious that he's trying to get this guy's attention and get him to shut up.
Gotcha. I think it's time to put a sleep spell on Larion.
All right, and by sleep spell, do you mean you like going to stab him in the back of the head? That kind of sleep, the long sleep, the
I
dirt
wouldn't
nap.
waste a spell on someone who's already tied up.
Okay.
'Cause we might have more combat tonight.
Gotcha.
He doesn't have a ton of hit points, so he's already been wounded a fair amount. Well, he's got some. If you wanted to do non-lethal damage to him, you could probably like knock him out, with a blow to the back of the head.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Go
Well,
ahead and roll to hit. It's going to be pretty easy since he's tied up and you're right next to him.
Okay.
So what are you hitting him with? Do you have a sap or like the bottom of a dagger or, or just your fist? Or a piece of wood?
I have a piece of wood. Let's see.
Just clouting him on the back of the head, or spoon, big metal spoon.
I mean, I have the butt of a crossbow.
All right, so you got your crossbow and you just like butt stroke him.
Yeah, butt stroking. Right. Stick out your butt. I want to stroke it.
No, not that kind of butt stroke. That's wrong.
All right, what do I have to roll? I'm trying to figure this out. What do I need to roll?
It's an attack roll. So like for the crossbow, it's not a ranged attack. So use your like melee attack bonus because you're hitting him with the bow rather than shooting with it.
Okay.
All right, what do we got here? Another natural 3, an 11. Well, considering he's tied up and right in front of you, that's going to hit. He doesn't have his dex bonus or anything like that, no armor bonus or anything. So that's going to hit him in the back of the head, although it's more of a glancing blow than anything. Go ahead and roll non-lethal damage.
How do I do that?
Just regular damage, like a D6 for clouding him with your strength bonus thrown in, whatever your strength bonus is.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not used to smacking people around than verbally. 3
points. All right, you do 3 points of non-leth, and he turns around. He's like, "Ow! Why did you do that, dude? I've been trying to help you. Don't hit me."
Telling people to shut up.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. All right. Do you want to do anything else? You can move. He's also tied up, so if you want to, you can like lift his arm up and break his arms.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Ooh, okay, so you grab onto the tide behind his back and lift him up until you hear both of his like his shoulders come out of the socket. Give me a strength check, actually.
Okay.
And this is going to be a opposed strength check. See if you
right.
pull his arms out of the sockets.
So what do I roll for this?
What D20 with your strength bonus?
Which is nothing. No strength bonus.
All right, he got a 15. You got a 7. So yeah, you lift him. He's like, "Ow!" You see him sort of like clench up. His they don't break, and you don't dislocate his shoulders. He's actually sort of like fighting you, and you're just like trying to do it. You can't get it lifted up high. But he's in pain. He's like, "Ow! Ow! Ow! Ow!"
And so I just say, "You get the point. You get the point. You get the point."
Okay, I got the point. I got the point. What was the third one?
You get the point.
I got it. Okay, yes. All right, so you do that. Wraith is up.
I'm gonna go out here and I assume that this guy's down, right? I didn't figure.
Yeah, you go out to the door.
Yeah, to help.
Yeah, he's there, and yeah, you see Arendar sort of dragging him in. He's down.
So,
yeah, he's Not only down, he's covered in his own blood.
Yeah. So we'll drag him back in
Okay.
and close and then close the door.
All right.
Good call.
Okay. You got to move at half speed, but yeah, you guys both managed to. And I'm just gonna, Aaron, are you planning on doing anything else on your turn?
No, that's my whole turn is dragging him in and then making sure like the door's closed and
Okay.
then we'll go see what the rest of the guys are doing.
Okay. Well, let me close the door. Door's closed. All right. And then you guys are dragging him in. Those guys, all right, this is their last sleep spell. So Titus, you see this guy in the chair begin to sort of like come to, and Poe, even as you sort of finish up tying this guy up, you see him sort of start to wake up like, what the hell happened? But they're in no position to do anything. Arendar users, Poe, what do you do? So this guy's coming too. He seems pretty disoriented though.
Is he tied up? I'm going to finish tying him if he's not.
He's tied.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to them, try to figure out what's going on. First thing I'm going to do is ask them what the ballistas are doing in the corner over there. You guys are working for the Sargavans, aren't you?
What are you talking about? I don't know anything about any ballistas. Oh, my head.
Okay, I'll give him a slap.
Okay. Oh, why do you do that, dude? What's with you, man? These guys, so keep in mind, the guys who got hit, the sleep spell came very early in the battle. These guys have no idea what's going on. All they do is they were sitting here. He was talking to the elves. He fell asleep. He wakes up. He's got a bunch of people here. And this guy just said, hey, what's with the ballistas? He said, I don't know what you're talking about. And then smack. So he's a little discombobulated.
What were you doing in this warehouse?
What? Who are you to ask me questions? Why am I tied up? Untie me right now.
I'll smack him again.
Hey, quit smacking me, dude. He still seems disoriented from the sleep spell, but he also seems to be getting angrier. He seems affronted by the fact that you've got him tied up, and now you've slapped him twice. He's getting, you see his face start to
He's getting a little turned on.
Well, I don't know that I would go that far. I don't want to, give too much away with my NPC motives. But he does seem to be getting angry. He seems to not. He's like, I'm not telling you anything. What are you talking about?
Yeah. 21 to intimidate. That was just intimidate.
To intimidate. Okay, so what kind of intimidate do you want to do? Because there's a couple of things that you can do. So 21 is a really good score, and so you can try to coerce him, demoralize him, influence his attitudes, like try to make him friendly, that kind of thing. I'm assuming you're going with coerce.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him to talk more about.
Or demoralize.
Yeah,
well, so action, coercing a target into acting friendly for hours takes minutes. So I think what you want is demoralize. This is to cause the opponent to become shaken. You're trying to frighten him. Shaking condition doesn't stack. DC of this is the target's wisdom modifier and his hit dice. Okay, so you would be able to. So success, 21 will be a success. If you're successful, he's shaken for one round. So shaken gives you the ability. He takes -2 penalty on attack, saves, skill checks, ability checks. You could see that he's growing nervous. That you've slapped him twice. He finds himself completely, he's tied up, which he didn't expect to be. And suddenly he's looking around. He sees Titus. He sees Larion. He sees you. He sees Ono right behind him. He maybe even sees Vondrum down by the ballistas. And let me see. I'm just going to do a quick wisdom check on this guy to see what he's going to do. I'm thinking he wants to do one thing, but let me see. All right, hold on. Wisdom's not great. So let's see this. Okay, there we go. A 3. I'm not telling you nothing, man. I don't know who you are or you think, but I work for the big boss, the Sargavan bosses, and you You need to untie me and my friend and let us go and get the hell out of here. You guys aren't supposed to be here.
I'm gonna pull my dagger out and tell him I'll untie him after I cut his throat. Is there anybody else coming around here, or where's the rest of the party? Are we still in initiative? Is it?
We're still in initiative, but no, there's no combatants.
There's no combatants. That's just going to take too long.
Yeah, we could drop out of initiative here.
Okay, yeah, because I'm definitely past a regular round of.
All right, so I'm assuming Wrath and Arendar, you drag this dead guy. Are you going to drag him? Are you going to leave him here by the door, or are you going to drag him all the way up
inside?
Yeah, there's no need to drag him out anywhere else.
Okay, to throw him in the pit, Wrath.
That's tempting, but I won't do that.
Okay. All right. So you guys all sort of gather around here. You've got two now fully awake White Wyrm mercenaries in various states of disrepair. And now two fully awake elves. And you can see that these elves are everybody's all tied up. The one guy who's been awake kind of elbows his friend, is like, hey, you know, these guys saved their lives, but they want us to help them. And he's like, what did you tell them? And he was like, nothing. What do we care? We just want to get paid, right? That was our thing. I don't want to die for this thing. And Larion is just, you can tell that Larion is just like shooting daggers at these guys, just like, in the meantime, trying to desperately to keep his arms from coming out of their sockets. The guy, Poe, does not, I mean, he's frightened. You can tell that he's unhappy, you know, when you're tied up and somebody's got a dagger and he says talk, but you get the impression that, well, they've already let slip that maybe that this warehouse is run by the Sargavans, because he's already sort of like, you shouldn't be here, this is Sargavan warehouse, you need to get out, you know, that kind of thing. So he's already let that slip, but he's trying desperately to balance his fear of you killing him with his unwillingness to blab too hard, especially in front of his friend, because if they do get out of here, you get the impression that they're also afraid of the Sargavans too.
Yeah, and he doesn't really. I mean, just knowing that he's working for Sargavans is all we really needed to know. I mean,
yeah, he sort of blurted that out accidentally.
So, do we ask these two guards? We asked them why'd they grab these elves?
And the other guy laughs. He's like, why wouldn't we? We were supposed to guard, they were hovering around our property. We just decided to put the bag over their heads and find out what they were all about. That's the guy that's sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have done the same thing. Got some money off him too.
You did. You don't now.
Oh shit. Did I say that out loud? I meant not to do that. There's actually a bag. There's two pouches on the table that Titus gives a little, sort of pokes with his foot, and they do jingle.
Okay, we're taking those.
All right.
I'm putting in party booty.
Do you want to count it?
We're going to count it later, but just so I have it on the list, what's in there?
100 gold.
Okay.
And 100 silver in each bag.
And there's two bags?
Two bags. So 200 gold, 200 silver total. Pretty good payoff for a couple of elves for making a simple transfer.
Yeah. You guys got paid really well. So
surprisingly well.
Yeah. This is a year's salary for even a.
Give me a quick perception check.
All of us, or just
everybody?
Just Arendar. 25. So the interesting thing about this is not only that it's a fair amount of cash for what ostensibly was a simple transfer, simple courier job, but it's also Mwangi money. It's Mwangi mintage. It's not Gate Pass and it's not Sargavan money. It's Mwangi money.
So as far as us being Gate Pass Militia, neither group is desirable to us, but are the Mwangi the lesser of the two evils?
It depends on which Mwangi you get. So the Mazzali Mwangi are sort of on a religious war, right? Because they've got this new god king that you've heard rumors about. Nobody's seen him, that kind of thing. But they've been doing like these stealth attacks all along the river. And at first you thought it was just like crazies, this new cult follower. But apparently this guy has set himself up as king of the Mazzali Mwangi. And supposedly it's like a 14-year-old boy who has lived forever. It's crazy stuff's coming out of there, but those people are kind of nuts. So having the Mazzali Mwangi take over Gate Pass would be problematic if you put you put a bunch of nut jobs in charge. The Osibu, in your opinion, the Osibu Mwangi are preferable to Mazzali, but they bring their own problems. I mean, so they're very heavy-handed when it comes to crime and punishment. They are, very demanding when it comes to loyalty. They're pragmatic, certainly, but everything seems that about the Osibu Mwangi would indicate that they would be sort of very heavy-handed rulers. And then there's the Sargavans, right, who are Chilaxians, with all that comes down to. They're devil worshippers, they're rapacious. This entire Sargavan colony was historically to extract the riches of the Mwangi expanse and bring it back to Cheliax. Now, it's sort of kind of been on its own a little bit, Joseph Conrad style, but they're still very much about, getting the raw materials out of the Mwangi expanse for their own benefit. So they're more capitalist, but capitalism can be rapacious too.
Right. So as I pick this up and start looking through it real quick, I'm going to call that out to everyone else. What I noticed that the money is Sargavan.
Mwangi.
That's on that.
Now that's weird because the elves had Mwangi money on them. The White Wyrms have Sargavan heavy weapons on them.
Yeah. I think we either need to destroy the ballista or open this thing up and tell the first city guards we come to is, hey, here's some ballista that you guys can use to bolster the city's defense.
Okay.
That's a 23 I wanted to figure out the best way to disable these things so they couldn't be used if we decide to do that.
Remove and take the strings. A ballista without a pole is no ballista. It's just a big piece of wood. And the strings are, these are professional ballistas, so that there are packets of extra strings, and they actually are easily to, you can detach these pretty easily. In fact, they are detached now. They're not in firing.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, if I don't.
Yeah, they're not in firing mode. So it doesn't take you too long if you want to go hunting for them in just a couple of minutes to sort of find the extra strings. Without those, you might as well throw it at somebody.
So I'd first like to give it to Gate Pass to help defend the city, but if we can't do that, then we need to make sure they're not functional.
I'm trying to figure out how I can keep one.
We can take the strings with us.
Wish I could say dibs, but
we can take the strings with us and give them to somebody who can then come back here and implement.
That's good.
Yeah, these also have rigs on the back of them, so they can be pretty easily attached to a single horse. If you wanted to move this around, you could attach it to a horse, and the horse could drag the ballista. They've got wheels on them, that kind of thing. So these are specifically designed for mobile usage, especially in tight areas, street to street kind of thing. A lot of ballistas are sort of like, most of the ballistas that you've seen are probably ship mounted, like on a boat, that kind of thing, or mounted on the top of a building or something like that for static defense, right? These are different. These are deliberately designed for mobile uses, so you can move them back and forth.
These would be great for defending a line or aggress, like moving up a line.
Yep.
So, like I said, we need to either get the city for defense or destroy or make sure they're not functional. So,
and there are big sheaves of ballista bolts. Your guess is that there are probably 200 bolts for each ballista. So there's 5 of them, so 1,000 of these like sheaves. They come in sheaves of like 10 that they're all sort of strapped together for ease of to carry, with little handles on them. So you could, the way these are set up, a horse and 2 guys could effectively become a mobile ballista platform very easily. That's what they're set up to do.
Hey, can I ask a general question? Like, what is our position? Us as a group, like, who are we supporting? Are we here to support Gate Pass? Are we really?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
running, running Gate
Yeah,
Pass.
we live here, so Gate Pass is our home. So our home is being overrun by the army right now, or they're getting ready to.
I guess Vondra doesn't quite have the attachment to Gate Pass that y'all have, is why he's asking. So that's okay. I just kind of needed to know where everybody.
For those of us, and I think that's how the module started, is we're all supposed to be from here, so there is a sense of this is ours kind of thing.
I spent time here, but I'm not a massive flag flying fan necessarily. I'm more of a one to even up the playing field for all people warring. You know, I don't like anybody strong arming anybody kind of thing. So.
Well, right now, Gate Pass is being strong armed, so.
Right, I understand. That's why I stopped. Yeah, it's just my motivation's a little different, but I was just curious if everybody was on the same page. Okay, sorry to bother, but I just.
No, that's fine. No, it's good to sort of, I mean, I think probably all of your characters are sort of, several of you are probably Gate Pass Militsya, who have, said, down with Sargava, down with Mwangi, keep Gate Pass for Gate Passers, that kind of thing. And so some of you, I mean, obviously your sympathies are quite local. But if the events of this evening have shown anything, is that Gate Pass is a football between 2 and potentially 3 large invested groups who want to use Gate Pass to further their aims against the others. And right now it looks like the big hit is coming from the Sargavan side, right? You've already ascertained that the aerial bombardment is being conducted by some Sargavan Wyvern riders because of the guy that you got and shot down. So you got and took prisoners. So you know that. You've also known for a couple of weeks that the Sargavans, because all of this was precipitated by the Sargavan governor dying, which he died about like 4 weeks ago. So Governor Coltung, when he was the Sargavan governor in charge, and when he died, and he had generally had a policy of sort of détente, right? He didn't obviously have any sort of anti-Mwangi sentiment. He was a businessman. Now that he's gone, there's a vying for power. It's exacerbated by the fact that the Sargavan colony normally would take its orders from Cheliax, but Cheliax isn't handing out any orders right now for some reason. I mean, you don't know why, but there's nothing coming out of Cheliax. No information, no orders, that kind of stuff. And
they're kind of just waiting to see how the dice roll, maybe.
Well, what you have is power hates a vacuum, right? So you have a couple of different purely Sargavan factions who are trying to sort of vie for power and take over for the vacuum that Governor Coltung left. The most powerful one right now seems to be this woman who's in charge of the Scourge. And I'll get her name for you. Hold on a second. We talked about her before. Leska. So she was the leader of the Sargavan Inquisitors called the Scourge. And she has sent out decrees. She's sort of acting as if, right? So she has sent out decrees that all disloyal users of arcane magic are to be tracked down to prevent threats to the Sargavan people, right? And she knows that there are there's a big magic school in Gate Pass, which has always been very much about its own liberty against the Sargavans, right? So from her point of view, this is a nest of vipers, hence the attack. You think the attack is purely driven by this Leska and the Scourge, and that they're softening them up to try and get inside and take over Gate Pass, and then conduct a purge of magic users, which is why Torrent wants to get out of the city. She's a magic user of some kind, but she doesn't want to get out of the city until she got the Sargavan military plans, which River Eye stole in Elater and brought back to Gate Pass.
And Vondra, you're also a magic user, so that's your link to not being for the Sargavans. I mean, they're going to.
Right.
All right, so does anybody have anything to ask these guards? Because I'm gonna kill them if nobody does, because I mean, they're on the wrong side and this is war and there's no point.
Ask them how they want to die.
Ah, sadist.
In my bed about 40 years from now.
Can't wait that long. Goodbye.
Oh no, you might want to take a walk around the
Yeah.
corner. You don't want to see
You
this.
might want to scout this. Make sure those doors down south stay.
Yeah, oh no, you're lawful good. You're 18 years old, and you're pretty sure that Poe and Vaughn are going to murder these guys.
And it's not murder and war, man. These guys are on the wrong side.
Oh,
Hey, you asked to hang out with us.
I don't like it, but I see that we are at war and that our city that we love is under dire threat from 1, 2, 3 forces.
At
It's a
least.
terrible situation.
Don't forget
I'm
the devil
gonna go
worshipping
scout.
hobbits.
I'm gonna go scout to the south.
And thus Nashigi Ogo takes that first critical step from lawful good towards chaotic evil.
I'll have them there in a day or two.
All right, so Poe. So there's a moment where Poe says, "Oh no, my friend, there's probably going to be some things you don't want to see. Probably should take a walk. Maybe go check the southern door. Make sure that's all locked up tight."
All right. Well, I mean, I did just beat a guy to death with
To
my
death.
hands.
But he was trying to kill you too. So I mean,
So
Yeah.
I'm on edge. We're at war.
We're happy to justify any of your actions. Just
You gotta let us know.
Anyway,
We'll talk you
I'm
down.
going on here for a while. Bye bye.
all right. So Ono sort of slowly walks away as you guys prepare to commit the foulest of crimes, murder.
I want to use this as a motivation opportunity for the elves.
Okay.
I'm basically going to let the elves know that these guys aren't useful to us. And we're at war right now, so this is how we deal with it. If you wanted to get us to whoever you deliver that to, or identify them, or somehow get us to them quickly, that's about the only way you guys can be useful to us.
And so do you guys actually ace these dudes out in front of these guys?
I got the knife out. I'm gonna coup de grace the one that was next to me. Yeah.
All right, you're gonna just like zap him. Okay. He's dead. The
Founder will
guy
get the other one.
Vondrum's gonna ace the dude. You just throat slash kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
These elves are like, dude, that was badass. So yeah, they're like, so you're like, how do we get to where the case is? That's what you're asking? How do we get there?
I need
All
that
right.
case.
So he's
you're
like,
only-
look,
you're
I don't.
only-
He goes, he goes, alls I know is we deliver the case to one of Shayless's guys, right?
How
So
did you identify them? How did you know how to identify them?
we were told his name and the cross password. There was, he said, you say this to the guy when you meet him. He says this back. That's the guy.
Okay, I need all that stuff.
All right. Well, I haven't actually thought of a cross pass
Right.
yet,
Right.
but
So
I will. All right. So they tell you, it was like, it's something stupid. It's like, the fat man walks at midnight. The crow flies two stars to the left, that kind of thing.
yeah.
The stupid passphrase, but he tells you it. And he says, look, my guess is that he was headed straight for Shayless, right? That's all we know. That it was, that's what's her job. She commissioned the thing. And Larion's like, dude, and he's like, hey, look, the caper's blown, man. I want to get paid. I earned that money and I want it back. So I'm going to help these guys. And the guy's like, oh, God, I cannot believe this. But he's like, look, Shayless is going to, if by now she probably has the case. She's probably looking to figure out how to get out of the city, but she's not going to go at night. And, she's probably still there. She's probably still got it.
This is the dangerous woman, right?
Yeah, well, that's what Vondrum would tell you. He was like, look, I remember this Shayless person. I never met her, but I knew about her. She was a pro. She was a good mage.
So a dangerous high-level mage has the thing that we need to get back.
Well, maybe she can be convinced to hand it over to you guys.
well, which one of you guys can convince her?
You're the face man.
Sounds like a job for Titus and his grease pit.
Grease paint.
So I'm not really caring for this guy right here.
Well, he seems, he's sort of testing the boundaries of what he can get away with, right? So there was a moment where he was telling those guys to shut up, and Titus, sort of like lifted up his thing and tried to sort of dislocate his shoulders. That didn't work, but he got the picture, and he was quiet for a while. And then now it's like he just seems to be, these guys are like telling you stuff, and he seems to be irritated by he's exhibiting obvious signs of irritation, like, oh god, that kind of stuff. Just, he hasn't told them to shut up or anything like that, but at one point one of the elves kind of looks at him and goes, hey, look, the caper's blown, man. I just want to get my money back and get the hell out of this city before it gets blown to hell.
Which I correct, you want your life is what you want.
Life is money. Money is life. I'll take life.
Nice.
But if you guys could maybe, I mean, is considering how cooperative we're being, maybe give us half?
I don't know. I never
I will
promised.
tell you. I could tell you something that maybe make it worth the half.
Okay, what's that?
Well, so I was talking with the guy that we handed the thing off to, who was another elf like us, right? So I mean, I didn't know him from around or anywhere, but fellow elf, that kind of stuff. So we were chit-chatting for a second before we bolted, and he said that he mentioned that there was no way that Shayless was going to leave in the daytime. She had to be very super secret about it. Her way out was super secret. So I mean, it's going to be dawn in like an hour. There's no way she's leaving tonight. She's not going to do it.
Okay, that was the first useful thing.
Worth half, yeah?
No.
I'm gonna do sense
Oh,
motive.
come on!
With something.
I'm gonna do sense motive.
Come on, that's juicy meat right there. You got 24 hours to even figure out how to get at her.
Les?
Yep.
How heavy are these ballistae? Could a monk with 15 strength drag one?
So they have wheels on them. So you could certainly, I mean, they're heavy. So and they're set up to be attached to like a horse and dragged around. I mean, it's possible that you could, let me put it this way. You could certainly lift one up. You could probably pivot it around.
Yeah.
But if you were dragging it down the street, you would probably get tired pretty quickly.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to move a ballistae and position it right in front of our people.
No kidding. Yeah, you could probably do that. You want to push one over there?
I do, please. Yeah.
All right.
I really don't know how these things work. Does it?
Well, the strings aren't on them, so I'm gonna move you out of the way a little bit. Poe's got the strings, and I don't know what he did with them.
And see, do this. I think this string. Yeah, is that a string there? Yes. Thank you. I think the string goes here, and is it?
Poe, do you hand him a string? Here you go, buddy.
Sure.
It's the bolt, yeah, and the bolt goes in here. But where's the trigger? And does this thing have a safety? I mean, I'm not sure how this works. Here's.
So this elf is sort of like trying to. Both of these elves are trying to make themselves look very small. They're like this.
I just took a walk, and as I walked, I sort of simmered and stewed and thought, and then I came back, and I just still feel like you aren't telling me the whole story. What should we know about this Shayless person? How do we get to her? Are you associated with her? And who paid you so much money to just deliver a case?
Whoa, dude! I think hey, we've tried to be very cooperative here, man. I think this here action, not even remotely necessary, my man. We're happy to talk. Your question was, how do we know Shayless? Answer: we don't. We're couriers, man. We got contracted to do this job. Obviously, the pay was really good. We jumped at the opportunity. A little weird, but we got to do all these pass phrases and fat man walks at midnight stuff. But hey, man, the money's good. We couldn't pass it. my friend and I needed that money. If we were going to get out of the city, we were going to have to bribe a couple people. And frankly, having enough cash on hand to do it was going to help us get out of the city and get us set up somewhere safe back in the mountains or back in the plains to go, back where our kinfolk are. But as far as knowing Shaylis, we don't know her. She's a mage from the thing. We know the name, which lent credence. Hey, man, but I'll take anybody's money. And I forgot your other questions because your DM is dumb.
I actually really don't know how this thing works. Hey, Wraith, can you help me out here? How's this work here? Or Von Drum or someone?
Is there a small crate somewhere near me? I'm gonna go pick up a small crate.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna go, I think you got it aimed too high. Lift up the back end here. Slide the crate underneath of it.
So it's level?
So it's level.
Okay, perfect. These guys are starting to look very nervous.
And then let's see, if it works like my bow, there's gotta be something to crank it back like my arm would do. So I'm gonna start puttering around with it like
Oh yeah, you can see it's got a windlass. You just crank it back.
So I'm gonna do that.
Interesting.
That windlass is just going, and these guys are just like, eyes like saucers, and they're like, hey, they just saw Polearm kill 2 dudes in cold blood, or Polearm and Von Drum in this case, and they're crapping themselves. So he's like, anything you want to know, I keep the money. It's fine. I don't care. Just man, do not shoot me with that thing.
Who paid you?
We got paid by the guy. So it was Larion. It was Larion who set the whole thing up. He's the one who effectively hired us and offered the pay rate. But the guy we gave the case to, he's the one who handed over the money. But it was Larion who told us how much money that we were going to get. Larion, you dick.
Well,
I think
we've got.
I'm gonna pull Wraith back and just whisper to him. Yeah, I think these 2 scared guys are telling the truth. I don't care much for Larion, but
well, I'm gonna ask Titus if he wouldn't mind depositing Larion in front of his 2 friends.
Not at all.
Not at all. So Titus, you get off the table and just sort of like push Larion over there.
I'm through with Larion.
All right. See what? You just stand him up right or sit him down right here.
Yep. With a weapon of mass destruction in his face.
Okay. So Larion is what, maybe 4 feet from the front of a now cocked and armed ballista, and he's already seen you in action, right? So he knows that you have no compunctions about acing people out. He's sweating profusely. He's like, "Hey, look, I put the deal together, but that was it. I was just a contractor. Come on, I've already told you guys all I know, right? Come on, you're gonna listen to these guys."
Yeah, you said that last time, and then these 2 guys told us even more.
Well, yeah, I don't know all there is.
I
answered the questions that you asked me. What was I supposed to say? I think you guys are being really premature here. I can still help you.
Ace him.
Titus is like, I am done dragging this guy around.
Well, it seems like as they were talking, you knew which parts you didn't want them to say and which parts you didn't care if they said, which seems to suggest that you know well more of the story than they do. Now, I'm not an expert at ballista. Bows, yes. Ballista, no. But I'm pretty sure at this range, if I pull this trigger, all 3 of you are done.
Well, no, the other guys. So you see the other guys who are still leaning against the thing. You see their heads just kind of go.
They're spreading apart. So
they're trying to walk with their ass cheeks sideways.
Yeah, they do not want to be directly behind this guy, so they're kind of like.
They'd only kill one of them, but
so at this point we're running out of time. This is your absolute last chance.
All right. Fine. Just uncock that thing. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
I don't know if you want me to try that. It might go off.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to know? Yeah. So I hired these guys. Shayla's hired me. I hired these guys to get the case. She knew River Eye had the case. She knew that she wanted to get the Sargavan military plans, but there's more in the case. It wasn't just plans. It was information, magical information about how to undo the teleport problem. You guys know about the teleport problem, right? And you guys had heard some things about that you can't teleport in this city. People have been blowing up.
Did the money come from Shayla's?
So-
as far as I know, I mean, yeah, I mean, she's a powerful magic user. She has money. I don't know if she's got. I mean, she's throwing it around like it's going out of style. Who might say no, right?
Right.
Okay, let me throw this based on what Les just said. So is there a chance, so the what's the chick that we're working for that we met tonight?
Torrent.
Torrent.
So Torrent is wanting these plans so she can get them to the resistance, right?
Well, no, she wants to get him out of the city and to a place called the Lyceum, which is like another magic school, but it's in the Kavalands. It's in the forest.
So it's, with our limited intelligence and just, knowing what we know about how things work, there's a potential here that Torrent and this chick who got these plans have the same.
Well, it doesn't seem so because this Shalia, whatever her name is,
Shayless.
she paid these people in Mwangi coins. So it seems her allegiance is to the other army that's trying to take over, or one of the other two armies that's trying to take over the city.
Well, it doesn't seem to me with her being a mage, she would be in league with the Sargavans.
No, she's in league with the Mwangi. The
Okay.
Sargavans are the ones that hate arcane magic and have the Scourge, who are apparently highly trained in how to kill them.
But so both of us at this stage are against the Sargavans.
Yes, but we're also against the Mwangi.
Right, yeah.
I get what you're saying. We might be able to try to talk to her.
We could talk to her and just say, we need those for
But
another faction's trying to stop the Sargavan thing from happening.
But especially if it's got magic stuff in it that this other chick was trying to get to the Lyceum,
Right.
asking one magic school to give up magic information to another magic school when she's apparently in alliance with the Mwangi, so she's probably got some deal with them that she needs to deliver this stuff. I don't know if it's so they can teleport in, or
if they can keep people,
to keep people from being able to teleport in.
No, there's a problem with teleports in and out of Gate Pass, and it's been happening over the past probably 5 to 6 weeks. Now, none of you are powerful enough magic users to use teleport, but you've heard things that people teleporting in and out of Gate Pass in some cases have had some very bad things happen to them. There's some sort of magical flux going on that seems to be Gate Pass specific, so that if you teleport out or in, there's in some cases people have arrived in cinders. People have arrived sort of like inside out. There's a problem with magic, and nobody knows really why it's happening, but it's really sort of impacting things. Now, amongst the Gate Pass Militsya, the rumor is that this is some sort of Sargavan magical thing that they were using to sort of prevent people from getting in and out of Gate Pass easily, so that when they got here, the people that they wanted to get rid of, that they wanted to purge, would still be here. Magic users.
So this is probably why the scary mage chick wants the stuff in the case, because she's wanting to get out of here and she wants to just teleport in, but she can't. And the case has information on, I guess, how that's done, or there's rumors it's got information on how that's done. Is that right?
That's what Larion says. Larion says, yeah, basically, and he's like, look, I'm not a mage. I don't know how this stuff works, but yeah, supposedly it's either some sort of remedy or some sort of reason why, something that would be valuable to mages trying to reverse the effect. Yeah.
So she's.
It also has the Sargavan military plans that River Eye got. We don't know where the mage stuff came from, but River Eye had it.
So she might just want one piece, and yeah, we might. Okay, so there's at least a.
It can be shared with more than one person too. I mean, if it's something that'll help magic users and they don't want to hurt Gate Pass, then I mean we can share it and still keep it too. It's not like it's got to.
Right. Yeah, I don't care if she sees it, and maybe I'm being a little naive here, but maybe it is just she wanted to see how to fix the magic stuff, and she might be okay with.
And won't care as much about the secrets
of the other stuff. Yeah, which is what we need. Heck, it'd be nice to have both pieces of information to tuck under our belt. But
Torrent never mentioned anything about magic stuff.
But we've got mages in the party, and if this is going on, it'd be nice for us to know.
True.
And plus information is money, so, or information is power, money, whatever. So it'd be nice to know that as well. But obviously the main thing we want is just the plans. But yeah, so there's a potential, I guess, for not having to go, you know, TPK against a super powerful mage.
And the other part of our deal or an issue is we have to get out of the city too.
Right. Yeah, because once we get this stuff, that Torrent said then we were supposed to help her get out.
Right.
If we can somehow figure out the magic or know what, I don't know. There's just, I guess my main thing is until I got that piece of information from him, I thought we were supposed to go kill a mage and take stuff, and I thought that was a TPK, but this gives hope that there's still a peaceful, this is just the next step. You need to go and say, look, we really need this for probably somewhere along the same aims, you know, as what you have. Can you let us have that piece at least? And heck, if she's trying to get out too, then maybe she can help us, or when we're at a point where we got Torn back, maybe we can help her.
Larion will tell you, he's like, look, in full disclosure, what the elf said was right. She's not traveling in daylight. She's during the daytime, she's going to be much better protected staying right where she is, which is in her apartments at the magic school. She's better protected there. She's got people around her that she can trust. She's got her own magical protections in place. She's not going to move until it's almost dawn now. She's not going to move until tonight.
At some point, we're gonna need to sleep, right?
Well, so yeah, Torrent and River Eye are both back at the safe house at that one temple that they had, the Militsya safe house.
Well, we're gonna have to go back and crash for at least a few hours, get a few hours by, and then.
Isn't it only 5 in the morning?
Yeah, it's not light yet, but it's gonna be light soon. So
it's gonna be light soon.
4 or 5 somewhere in there. So at this stage, and we're not doing this conversation in front of these guys. We're kind of pulled back and kind of whispering among each other.
But Titus has his hands on the ballista trigger, doesn't he?
Probably. We probably couldn't convince him to move that far away from it.
He's just like, amen, Adam, you know, that kind of thing.
But what I'm seeing is these guys are just doing a job that just happened to be against us. I don't feel the need to kill them.
Well, Larion was obviously being.
I would like to keep at least Larion tied up until we're out of here. I don't want him giving something away to someone. The other two, I'm pretty sure, are low-level, basically couriers that literally are scared to death right now and would like leave and try not to cross us ever again.
Yeah, they don't
we can
happy.
Untie one of them. Yeah, we can untie one of them, and we can untie one of them, take him a couple blocks away, and say, "Go back and free your friends, or don't." And leave it up to him. That way, we don't have to worry about it because we'll be gone by the time Larion's
Are we going
untied.
to? Are we going to give
untied.
the Ballistas a Gate Pass?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Are we going to give?
Oh, we're gonna take the string. We're gonna take the cording.
Okay.
So if we do that, can we just tell them that guy's tied up there and they can do what they want with him?
I like.
And maybe they know.
Yeah, I like Gordon's idea. Take the string, and then if we come across gate card pass, you know, like actual militia, there's someone that we can trust. Say, here, these are for a bunch of really good ballista that are down here. Go commandeer those for defense of the city.
Titus knows a bunch of those guys. I mean, it was Titus, remember, that got you guys past a couple of different walls. He knows several of those guys. And I think the last wall the interior wall that you guys passed through, Titus, you rolled a natural 20 diplomacy on that one. So, I mean, you know those guys.
So, I said we give it to them, and either they're disabled, or if we tell them where they're at and what warehouse, just say, look, there's some good defenses down there. Go take horses down there and use them to defend the city.
You got to go past that same group, headed back to the safe house anyway.
So I like that idea.
Okay, so you're going to bring Larion with you.
No.
Okay.
I would tie them up really well and take one of the scared guys with us. I like, who was it? Gordon, was it you that said take one of them leave the other two here and say,
Yeah.
whenever we get what we want, we'll free this guy and he can come back and free you guys.
Okay, so you're going to bring one of the elves with you. You're going to untie one of the elves, bring him with you.
One of
and
the
get
scared ones, not the guy we've had with us.
Well, the
Right,
guards
not
can
Larion.
untie 'em when they come back. You know, when we talk to the guards, we can just tell them there's a couple people tied up there that we didn't feel the need to kill, but they were somewhat dangerous to us.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
There's a lot of bodies in here. I mean, you
Yeah,
could
yeah, I would-
hide these bodies.
Well, if Titus knows the guards and he tells them it was a warehouse full of mercenaries working for the Sargavans, are they going to care that they're all dead?
I don't know. You never. I mean, maybe not.
We don't have to know.
Well, just say we found out these guys were working with Sargavans. We're under attack by Sargavan right now, so they are the enemy.
Or we just say they were dead. We found them that way.
It was like this when we got here, man.
You're gonna need to pull one of those nat 20 diplomacies out of your ass again, Titus. You want to pull that one off. So, but also, as Race would point out, there is a pretty deep pit over on the other side, sort of hidden away. If you guys were to drag the bodies and dump them in there, it might not immediately be obvious to the guys that you tell about the ballistas that the bodies aren't there.
If we throw all the bodies in there and then just dump a few crates down in there on top of them, all you see is a hole with a bunch of crates in the bottom of it.
Except for all the blood stains and drag marks.
There's a fair amount of that.
I mean, I don't think you have to be NCIS to figure that one out.
Warehouses are dirty. We can just, rub dirt across them. And
what are all these blood stains going to this pit? That's weird.
It's my time of the season. I mean, month.
Okay, so we'll put them in something as we carry them over there. That way there's not blood drag marks. There's just blood where they fell.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to gather up the bodies and dump them in the pit.
And then just dump a few crates down top of them so you can't see them from the top.
Dump some crates so it's not obvious, and somebody would actually probably dump enough crates in there so somebody would have to actually go down there, move the crates to determine that there was bodies in there, except for maybe in a week.
Yeah, in a week or so it's going to be a story.
But then you guys will be gone, so it won't matter. All right.
I don't care.
Okay, cool. It just you're gonna look for some sawdust or dirt or whatever to sort of obliterate the drag marks and and dry up the blood. Okay, all right.
And the other elf and the dude what was his name again?
Larion.
We're gonna doubly tie them up and tie them to something. That way, there's
poles. You see all these poles around. I mean, you could tie them up to this pole right here if you wanted to.
I like more like this.
He's a pole dancer.
Well, there's a bunch of crates around that pole, so it's
like
sort of
this pole.
Okay,
Or
sort of
this pole back in here. There's
back in the well, yeah. I mean, they'd be scrunched, but you could probably jam them back there, or one to each, maybe.
Yeah, one to each.
Okay. All right, so you tie those guys to those poles, and then you untie this guy, and basically say, "All right, come with us, you bastard."
Come with
us.
us.
So you're bringing the cords. Are you bringing any of the ballista bolts, the
No.
sheaves of bolts? You're gonna leave all that here.
Nope.
Okay. All right. You get this guy up, and you guys head out. You get
and basically tell him walk with us, and don't look like you're a prisoner, because if you do, you're gonna die. And
he's like, no problem. And he's like, hey guys, this is great. We had, it's great. It's great that we survived the aerial bombing by the Sargavans. I'm glad I had you guys with me. That kind of thing. He's like, can I go now?
Not yet. So we keep him with us, and then we head. Towards the
walls, towards the safe house.
Yeah.
All right, Titus, give me another diplomacy check and add +4 to it.
Oh boy. Okay. Wow. All right. I almost feel like he's under my spell right now.
Well, no, this is for the gate guys.
Hey, gate, heterosexual, it doesn't matter.
Gate, not gay guys. Not that there's anything wrong with that. 22. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, even better than what you got. I mean, is as good as you got before. You get to these guys, and they're like, what are you coming back for? I mean, dawn's approaching. Good thing you got here. My shift's getting ready to change. And basically, they let you through. So, so what do you say to them about the cords?
I say it's after 11 and I got to work in the morning.
Oh, okay. All right. You guys want to stop there and we'll start at the Gate House next time?
Sure.
That work
Sounds
for
good.
everybody? All right. And I will, so we've gone many sessions without any XP, so I will get you guys some XP for next time as well.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Here's hoping for 2.
Yeah.
We'll see what's happening. All right, cool. This has been awesome. Thank you guys. This is great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night, all.
Have a
All
good
right.
week.
Later. Have a good week.
Good night.
You
all.
too.
Well,
See ya.
Good week. Good night.
Good night, Eric. See ya.